Yeah, back in another day, another Sunday fun day.
Let's go. You already know what it say, what it do, what do you know?
This is the Mellow Room.
And we back, y'all. I feel like we just said another Sunday, another day to give y'all, some entertainment and some enlightenment. Y'all can take a load off in these times that we in. What's going on, people?
Ain't much, man.
We
You
here.
already know.
Yeah. I'm here with, it's your boy Ooze in the building, of course. Let me introduce myself. I got my partner in crime here, Lucas, with me.
Yes, sir.
And we got the homie in crime with us, Ed. We tend to get him in the shit. Cypher.
Hey,
What's going on, family?
I do not recollect. I have no recollection.
It's all good, man. You already know.
I don't know about no crimes, you know what I'm
What's
saying?
going on, man?
But
What's
we
going
in here,
on?
we in here.
Everything good, fam? Another Sunday?
Yeah, man, we feeling good, feeling great.
That's a good thing, man. You already know, man. That's another blessed one, y'all. And we here to kick it off with y'all.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to everybody tuning in from the jump with us. I seen Jose on the lock and on the check-in.
Yo, what's up?
Over at Ed's Printing. Shout out to them, too. You already know that's family over here. Also, shout out to I Craves Desserts. That's family as well.
iCraveDessert.net.
Keep the good sweet, the treats for the sweet tooth.
Yes, sir.
I had a mean sweet tooth yesterday, too. I wish I did have some. Hell yeah, man. I was in the crib fucking shit up last night. Word up. I had the only sweet tooth.
I'm on a diet.
I'm trying. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try it.
I'm trying.
Look good, I'm gonna try it. Fuck
Try
it.
it diet.
Nah, man, let me stop playing. That's a lot of shit I don't eat no more, man. I cut a lot of shit out.
Yeah, like usual, man. If you are just tuning in, you can check us out on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and also you can go to studio1025.com and you can go to Mellow Room Live and you can go and register yourself with Facebook, YouTube, or you can register with the website and you'll get alerts and when we go live and where you can watch us at and where you can catch the live podcast going on. So again, thanks for tuning in.
Word, register. Don't be afraid to check in. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Shout out to everybody who sends us music. Like we say, man, it's a podcast for people, for the artists, by the artists.
Indeed.
So we would love for you guys to send your work in. You can send that into MELLO-ROOM 1025, all one word, at gmail.com. And you can send your music, your artwork, and we'll put it up. And every third Sunday of the month is Artist Appreciation Month or Day. I'm sorry. And we're gonna start changing that up a little bit too. So we're going to start having you guys submit more work this way. That way you can be the artist that we appreciate on the Sunday.
I was actually going to say, too, for those of you guys, who are tuned in, or for people that know other artists out there looking to shop their shit and get, their voice heard.
Yeah.
This week is actually a dope week for you guys to do that because next week is one of those weeks in which, like Mike was explaining, would-be artist appreciation week.
Yeah, man.
You know, so you'll actually be catching it right at perfect time because you can get yourself put in rotation, you know what I mean, and get your record heard, get your voice heard.
Best way to do that is send us an MP3 through the email. And that's the best way I can play it for you. We can do it, but it's a little easier on my engineer if you just send us the MP3 versus us try to pull it up on YouTube or something like that. So just make sure that you email us that stuff.
Yeah, you definitely want to make it as easy as possible for us to present it to people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So think in forms of that when you're putting it together to ship it off to us.
Yeah. So like usual, how we always get started, we're going to start with a song today.
Yeah, we definitely could do that. Let's jump right into something. That sounds good.
So like we do, we throw the raffle in the air and see which one we pick.
Yeah, right?
So who we want to listen to right now?
I'm going to put it in Ed's lap.
Oh.
Syph, who you want to listen to right now?
I want to hear.
You got all the tracks right in
I
front
want
of
to
you.
hear some two-turn jizzle.
Two-turn jizzle. That's what's up, yo.
Shout out to them brothers, man. They doing major things, man. They got a strong movement going on right now. They actually putting the right pieces in play, you know what I'm saying, to help progress that movement.
Yeah, man, if you could, go check them out. I'll tag them on the comments, yo. Two-turn jizzle, Mike Peasy, man. You can go to their sites and then you can go check out some more of what they getting into.
They got a lot going on. They over there raising the bar. You know, give it to you like a hot boy. It's whichever way you want it over there on that side.
They damn near almost victims of Black Lives Matter and all that.
Yeah, I know. When they were shooting the video over there in Georgia, you know what I mean? And shout out to them boys, because that remix did come out fire with P. Troy, you know what I mean?
Facts.
That was big for their movement as well.
Damn, I'm the asshole. I still forgot to change the song over.
Oh, yeah. We got to get that together, brother.
Yeah, I know.
That's a whole, what's good, Jose? I see him on the check-in, man. Shout out to them over there at the Beast and the Geek and the Beast.
Yeah, the Geek and the Beast.
You know what I'm saying? I've been checking them out. They're hilarious.
If you guys are interested in some of that stuff, man, it's a half Spanish, so you got to understand Spanish as well.
Yeah. You know, you just got to get in there and vibe with them. Get in there and vibe with them. It's a good time.
You gonna learn.
Yeah, it'll help you learn too, you know, but get in there and vibe with them, man, because they be in there just chopping it up, having a good time, man.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And that's family over there to the MELLO-ROOM as well.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
So let's get into this two-turn jizzle, Mike Peasy. We doing a Raise the Bar remix?
I think we're going to go with Like a Hot Boy.
Oh, Like a Hot Boy.
We could kick it off with that one.
Yeah,
man. You know, we kick it off with that one.
Yes, sir. So Like a Hot Boy, man. Hit that shit.
Yeah, I'm going to pull it up.
Oh, you ain't pull it up yet. All right, so while it pulls it
up. While he pulls it up, we will introduce it to the world. This here is Two-Turn Jizzle and M. Peasy. Track Like a Hot Boy, which is actually the original track these dudes sent to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like over a year ago.
Yeah, it definitely is. You know what I mean? So we always hold this track. This track is special to us because this actually kicked off and started the relationship of us reaching out with other artists and getting more involved with other artists.
Facts.
So you know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. So big shout out to those brothers. We always appreciate the love and we appreciate the records.
Facts. Hit that shit, Ed.
Yeah, without further ado.
Two-Turn Jizzle and M. Peasy, Like a Hot Boy. Ah.
Woody.
Then I say, get the fuck down, nigga. You a hot boy. Lay your ass on a hot car. Calm the fuck down. Then get him down. Down.
Come on, man. It's fucking cold hot.
Man, you a hot boy.
Hot boy, bling, bling, bling. You fucking scumbag. Woody. Like a hot boy. Hey, Woody. Like a hot boy. Woody. Like a hot boy. Hey, Woody. Like a hot boy. You know I eat, sleep, and talk rap. See that Impala in that 2000 Jag, I bought that. Ain't got no hustle, see that where your lost it. I went and got it on my own, so fuck what you call it.
Hey, shit on 40, it's gonna be a hot summer. Round the deuces got me feeling like a stunner, sounding like a hot boy. Woody when you see me coming, bumping juvenile 400 degrees when I'm stunning.
Boy, look, P ain't been playing game no more. He might find out you a hatin', go and bang your hoe. Respected in the street like a good dog. So if you hating on the G, you know it's fuck y'all.
Soldier red, white tee, soldier regions, my attire. Got your bitch shocking, cause she know I got that fire. If a nigga play, leave him playing like a tire. Put his face on the shirt, got his family raising lighters. Soldier red, white tees like a hot boy. Gorilla warfare, you know I'm hot boy. Bling bling iced out like a hot boy. I need a hot girl, cause I'm a hot boy.
I'm get my roll on like a hot boy.
your feelings. If it ain't about that money, well, they don't want no dealing.
Back on that hot boy shit, yeah, they get the memo. And we gon' get it poppin' from the M to the NO. Monday through Sunday, stunt like it's Friday. Gave them all the keys to the foreign valet.
Bling, bling, iced out, fresh off the block with it. Two-turn, cook the track straight up out the pot with it. Still dropping hits, popping my shit. Tell them hating ass niggas they can't ball a block this. Soldier red, white tees like a hot boy. Gorilla warfare, you know I'm hot boy. Bling, bling, iced out like a hot boy. I need a hot girl, cause I'm a hot boy.
I'm getting my roll on like a hot boy. Sticking to the G code like a hot boy. Cash money got me shining like a hot boy.
I'm on fire, you booty, cause I'm a hot boy.
Woody,
Feel like a hot boy.
hey, Woody,
Feel like a hot boy.
Woody,
Feel like a hot boy.
hey, Woody.
Feel like a hot boy.
Yeah.
We back in the building. Shout out to M. So Jizzle and Two Turn. Oh, I'm over here tripping.
Two Turn Jizzle, Mike Peasy, man.
Definitely.
Like
Shout
a
out
hot
to them.
boy.
Feeling like a hot boy. I was feeling like a hot boy for a minute myself. You already know. They had me.
He's about to name the man twice.
Hell yeah, them niggas had me in the zone right there on that one. But definitely big shout out to them, man. I love hearing that record, man.
Yeah, shout out to Ray No Morals checking in on the comments.
Big shout out to Ray No Morals. What's going on with you, buddy?
Yeah, man. So before we get further, we started now. What we're going to do is we're going to play 2 songs before we get into the official podcast. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into a J Notes. And that's Jose Ayers printing, man.
Yeah, man,
So,
definitely, man. Big
we
shout
played
out
one.
to him.
Which one we played last week?
We played,
I think it was a Respect the Hustle.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, it was.
Respect the
So
Hustle.
we're going to play the other one.
The Ride on them.
Ride on
We're gonna
him.
ride on them.
Ride on them. Yeah, so this is Ride on them with your man J Notes. Ayers
Definitely.
printing in the flesh.
Big shout out to
Shout out to
Icon
everybody
Productions.
all the people that support us as well, man.
Shout out
Yeah, it's J Notes.
You got it?
technical difficulties over there.
Yo, that song was busting out the computer. Like, that song was busting.
Oh, as soon as you played it?
Yeah, it got right to it, huh?
It's busted.
Well, like I said, we gonna get right to it for y'all. Ed was over there having a little,
You got scared of it
situation.
and shit.
Yeah. You seen him? He grabbed the headphones and was like, "Oh shit," you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
that song is busting so hard it just
kick you right through the headphones, man. Big
wasn't
shout out
ready
to
for
J
it.
Notes on that, man. But we gonna get into that record, Ride on them, TMF, Ride on them.
Facts.
You already know what it is.
hurt.
It's TMF. It's gray area. It's Icon. Yeah, on my own I'm on my own I'm on my own and you know we gon' ride on 'em, ride on 'em. We gon' ride on 'em, TMF ride on 'em. We gon' ride on 'em, TMF ride on 'em. We gon' ride on 'em, TMF ride on 'em. If they play games, we gon' ride on 'em. We gon' ride on 'em, TMF ride on 'em. If they play games, we gon' ride on 'em. If they talk shit, we gon' ride on 'em. Click, click, bang, bang. We gon' ride on 'em. Start it off, know that I'ma set it off. Knocking haters off, get my groove on, try and stop me. I say what I wanna say, you can't fuck with me. I'm on a league of my own, I'm so proud of me. I saw grills hit home runs off this base. Problems with police won't snitch and still won't catch a case. I say it to your face, if you wanna pull me off this game, you got a better chance to see me in the NBA. I got an ache for the money and the pain's crazy. Stuck to this white girl Morgan like my name Tracy. Keep the Mac and smack up in the Fed doing time. Rated down south, getting straight, he on his grind. No, I stay on mine till I grind out to the metal. I don't settle and I stay hot like the kettle. Shot a couple rounds and got burnt off the metal. Regardless, I still stay hot like the devil. We gon' ride on 'em, TMF ride on 'em. We gon' ride on 'em, TMF ride on 'em. We gon' ride on 'em, TMF ride on 'em. If they play games, we gon' ride on 'em. We gon' ride on 'em, TMF ride on 'em. If they play games, we gon' ride on 'em. If they talk shit, we gon' ride on 'em. Click, click, bang, bang. We gon' ride on 'em. Ride on 'em, the tent down, only see the brim. I play to win, they say he always got his dead on him. It's a long road, homie, end up at the bottom. I'ma stay eating, know that I'ma stay rhyming. Been through too much, they hating need to stop it. They can come through and they can try and knock it. Rough riding nigga, I just gonna stop and drop them. Make an example, let them know we riding hard. TMF, we did the block hard, now we at the bar. The coke money came and went, it's fame from the game. Refrain from the hate, keep the money, give me fame. In the front seat, get it like Gucci Mane. Everything can stay the same, I just stay focused, man. I rap so I can stay sane. Fuck these niggas playing games, get my niggas out the hood. If some about the pen with this pen, still these niggas playing games. We gon' ride on them, TMF ride on them. We gon' ride on them, TMF ride on them. We gon' ride on them, TMF ride on them. If they play games, we gon' ride on them. We gon' ride on them, TMF ride on them. If they play games, we gon' ride on them. If they talk shit, we gon' ride on them. Click, click, bang, bang. We gon' ride on them. 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 If they pop shit, we gon' ride on them. It's TMF, we gon' ride on them. And you know where I be when I ride on them. I'm in a new coupe, trying to get my game tight. The shoes tight. I'm in the whip with a bass knocks. Have my own Yates by the back cape. Surf white like Alfred. Blow up like my first name is Ahmed. Loyalty, I got it. All these niggas lack it. They all tell a story, but they fabricate the topics. So the 45 Ruger put a stop to all the rumors. Pistol whip and leave a bulb like he caught a tumor. TMF ain't for the humor. Strapped like a pair of Pumas. It's all great clouds and rain. Shit stays the same. In the game, starting young like LeBron James. Keep it late, I got mine. Y'all niggas learn the name. We gon' ride on them. TMF ride on them. We gon' ride on them. TMF ride on them. We gon' ride on them. TMF ride on them. If they play games, we gon' ride on them. We gon' ride on them. TMF ride on them. If they play games, we gon' ride on them. If they talk shit, we gon' ride on them. Click, click, bang, bang. We gon' ride on them. Yeah. It's J Notes. It's TMF, it's Gray Area. It's Icon. Yeah. That niggas respect the fucking hustle. Yeah. All you hating ass niggas respect the hustle. If you don't see me, let's get it. Yeah, Icon, Gray Area, get it.
We back. MELLO-ROOM.
We back? You got us tuned back in? Alright, cool, because I see him over there. It was looking
Nah,
like...
I seen him on hit the mute button.
Okay. What's good, people? We are back. It is another Sunday. We here in the MELLO-ROOM. You can turn us down in the speakers, eh?
Turn us in our overheads. Our overheads is high.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah. So anyway, that was J Notes.
Ride on them.
Ride on
TMF,
them.
ride on them.
He's been in here a couple times for anybody who's tuning in, man. You know, that's Air's printing at its finest.
I know that record takes him back a little bit too, because that, you know,
Yeah.
that's one of those in the stash records he got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what we like to do, man. We like to play a lot of the local joints, a lot of people that don't get as much shine. You know, people who got good music that really never took that step forward to go into, like, you know, being like how you call it? I don't want to call it industry, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, he stood on his underground shit, you know, and he stood true to what he was doing
really
with his
underground
music.
too, because underground kind of got its like own thing.
It got its own wave too, but it's more of an independent underground scene. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely stuck to his wave with it. You know what I mean? And then he got some other things, opened up a few other lanes for himself, and now he's playing those lanes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But big shout out to him, because we definitely do know what he did. You know what I'm saying? And me, myself, I was around for a lot of that. And I'm sure if he dig deep enough in the crates, he got a lot of records there with me on them.
Right.
So, you know, big shout out to J Notes, man.
Yeah, so, man, shout out Uncle Glenn, too, tuned in, man.
All right,
everybody
Theo, what's
else
good?
who's tuning in right now. We're just getting mellowed out. We just played a couple songs by a couple people that we like, and they sent us music, and so shout out to them. So usually, you know, around this time, we just kind of give an intro. So pretty much for me, you know, Studio 1025 been on the roll. The phone been ringing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've
quite
got
the journey, huh?
Yeah. We've gotten a couple customers in here. We're doing our little thing and shit.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested, if you're watching, man, you know, you give us a shout out. studio1025.com and lead you right to us. Got the phone number, you can book right off of there, everything.
Definitely. Check us out, man. Get in tune with us. We got a lot of good shit going on here, you know, and also just it's a good vibe. You know what I mean? So come get in tune.
Other than that, man, I've been chilling, man. Life's been all right. You know, we still dealing.
Life's been all right.
We've been dealing with this, you know, it's summertime. I always enjoy the summer, no matter what is going on.
Yeah, except for all this fucking rain.
And the heat.
Man. Yeah, the heat is crazy, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. You know me, I work every day. I'm up and I'm at it with this shit. So,
yeah.
You know, but to see, like, it be 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and the shit be like 89, 90 degrees.
Man, I'm telling you, son, I got up. What time I cut the grass? Like 9 o'clock? Cut the grass at like 9 o'clock. It don't take me long.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time I was done, man, the sweat was pouring off the top of my head like I jumped in the pool and shit. I'm like, damn, man, and I'm sitting on the mower.
That shit don't make
you know
no
what I'm
sense,
saying?
my nigga. By the time it hit 10 o'clock and I'm at work, I look like I've been working all day.
Yeah,
and
I
only
imagine.
Been going at it for about an hour and a half by that time.
I mean, you got the sun beaming on you, but I kind of feel your pain because I'm in the warehouse and it don't get breeze in there. You don't get no type of breeze. So I know what that feels like to be sweating and stuffed up already by 10 o'clock in the morning. You're like, damn, man, I still got how much more to go with the day? So I ain't even eating lunch yet.
See, even Jose, he agreed. Like, I hate that shit. I feel you too, Lord, because, yo, keep it 100 with you. That shit I be up ready to fight the sun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is vicious. You know what I'm saying? And in this time right now, we getting that shit times 10.
Yeah, and then the humidity is risen a lot.
That make it worse. You know what I'm saying?
Like, the humidity is terrible. It's like, it could be 85, man, but we're getting like 100% humidity every day.
All I can say, people, in this day and time, showers. Showers is your best friend. Soap, deodorant,
we should be
shit.
like China and then, right, where they got showers like on the sidewalks.
They
you get
need
stalls
that
and shit.
I ain't gonna lie, they need that shit because this shit have kicked the funk off a nigga.
I think that would be dope, man. If they had showers on the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? Like pull up, jump in the stall, and be like. Tss.
I mean, you know, yeah. At least you said in a stall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't mean like an open shower, like you on the side of the road, like yo, what's up, man?
Oh shit, you see that homeless nigga over there shaking up?
Nah, they have like booths or whatever and shit.
It would be. I mean, I
think that's Japan. I'm thinking about.
To be honest, that would be dope, man. And you know, something that would be helpful to homeless people as well.
Facts.
You know, so that's
Porta
another way to help with that.
Porta shower.
You know what I'm saying? He said porta
Yo, why
shower.
you said that out loud, nigga? I was trying to keep.
You know,
I gave him the
bad.
idea, but not the name.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He said we was trying to trademark that first. You know, you over here throwing an idea out there for them to take it.
Rent spoons.
Rent them spoons. You already know. That's that classic Martin shit. You already know. But nah, man, I think that definitely something like that would be helpful to people. You know what I'm saying? And that is something that's an innovative idea you just put out there to the world, Mike.
Sorry, I mean I gave you the idea, but not the name.
You know
we could battle. We could battle for the invention. I don't care about that.
Yeah, man. And not for nothing, man. You would think with all this shit, with the heat going on the way it is, that it would be slowing shit down, you know. But shit is in full throttle right now, man, all around the globe. You know what I'm saying? But with this heat, you would think this shit would settle something down because this shit don't make no sense.
Nah, man. And I make the joke, you know, that I'm like, yo, this is man-made heat right here, yo. Because like you said, man, it's incredible how even if the sun is halfway up and you're sweating,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not even full sun above you.
Yeah.
It's not even 12, 2, because in Florida, like 2 is like when the sun's on top of you.
The hottest point of the day or some shit like that.
So it's crazy that like the sun's not even up. They got clouds in the sky, dog, and you walk 10 steps and you're like, damn, you wiping it off your brow, like already starting to trickle. Like, damn, man.
Hell yeah.
Your shirt already clinging to you somewhere. Like, damn, man, I just got dressed.
That's why I said showers, soap, deodorant. You know, people, please hold yourselves down because this shit here will put you out there.
That's why I said, yo, air conditioning in Florida, in cars and homes and buildings, should not be an extra cost. That should be like included.
Yeah.
Like every car that hits the road has to have working AC.
You live in somewhere where the heat can kill you.
Yeah, every car that hits the road, like, this sucks because they don't have inspection down here.
No,
but every car that hits the road should have working AC no matter what. And it should be like something that, yo, your shit break down, it's cheap. You come over here and we fix it for cheap. It's not something that they'll be like, but in Florida, because, or like, I guess Arizona or places like that,
Yeah,
where
places
you know,
your hotter regions.
same way it should be with like heat in cars. You ever notice how weird that is?
What?
When you lived up
You
north,
in the
the
south,
heat.
the AC don't work.
Yeah,
But you up north, the heat don't work.
yeah. Every time you ride your car, how many times in the past that you be like, "Damn, I can't wait till the heat work in my fucking car."
Hell yeah.
And now down here, you're like, "Damn, I can't wait till my
And that's
AC
what
work."
used to fuck me up too up north, because I always used to be like, well, shit, the heat don't work, but the motherfucking engine's hot, man. Let this bitch breathe. Because yo, sometimes like you said, in the colder months up there anyway, that shit'll Jack will bite your ass in a heartbeat.
And what's fucked up is they make all the heat oil in some places over there.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta buy the oil and fill up this little tank in your basement just to get heat in your house.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ain't got money to buy oil, you're screwed.
But
because they don't
deal.
sell it. They don't sell it. They don't sell it like they do at the gas station.
That's
they
a
don't
good
be
question,
like
though.
pump gas, you pump oil until you got enough to pay. You have to buy like 175 gallons or something like that to get oil delivered to you.
Yeah. And that would be a good question though. Would you rather live in heat, or would you rather
Live in the cold. That's not a good question. I know the answer to that already.
And what would you?
I'd rather be cold because
I'd
you can
rather be
always
cold,
put
too.
on to warm.
Yeah, you
You
put
can't
layers
take
on.
off to get cool.
I know you can just get butt ass naked.
Then they be
Go
looking
jump in
at you
some water.
crazy.
Go jump in
Like,
some
put,
water.
you put them in some water, yo.
So, man, put them things away, man. What
Yeah.
you doing? You know what I mean? But yeah, that should be crazy though. But I mean, it is a good question because you know there are some people that the way we feel about the heat, they feel about the cold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
I get that because like but I mean there is younger people I guess that do it, but you mostly hear that from older people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the main argument you hear coming out of the north is they don't want to shovel the snow.
Yeah.
So if you didn't have to shovel it, would you still live there? I would.
I mean, I ain't gonna front. I hear it all though. Sometimes I hear, yo, it's too cold. I gotta get out of here. Like, yo, this shit is crazy. You know. So I hear every angle and aspect of it. You
I know
what I'm
it still
saying?
falls down to that thing where like the heat never works when you're poor and it's cold, and the air conditioning never works when you're poor when
and
it's hot.
So
Yeah, and it's just like,
you
damn.
fucked up if you
That's
poor
what-
either way.
Yeah, so that's what it is really. I'm not saying I'm poor. I'm just saying I still think it's just too hot. If I got the AC pumping and you can still feel heat or humidity coming in from somewhere, it's too fucking hot, man.
Yeah, definitely. And
If
that's
your
how I be
AC
feeling.
If your AC is kicking on every single minute, it cools. That means as soon as it gets to its temperature and turn off, the humidity come in and warm it right back up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's too fucking hot.
Yeah,
In the heat, in the cold, at least, even if the heater don't warm you up initially, you can put a shirt on, a blanket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something. Right.
Something. But I mean, hey, at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. You know, you're either gonna deal with one half of it in one place, or you're gonna deal with the other half in another place.
Yeah.
So you know, we take it for what it is, man.
It would be dope to have free energy like that, though, man. Where, you know, it was mandatory for cold places to make sure that heat worked, and vice versa for the warm areas.
Definitely.
That shouldn't be justified by money, whether or not you have that.
Somebody
right?
figured out they could capitalize
I know,
off that shit, though.
But we passed that, man. That was back in the fucking 40s, 20s, whatever that shit started.
Hey, man, they said, fuck it, we gonna make them pay for this shit.
Just centuries of this
Word.
shit.
Back at the ranch, man, y'all already know, man, it's been an entertaining week, man. There's a lot going on out there in the entertainment world. We got the NBA getting ready to jump back off.
Hell yeah.
Sports are looking
the
to make
bubble.
a return. All sports are really looking to make a return, you know, because you actually got August where you
don't
would
say
go.
all sports because football's still debated.
Well, no, that's why I said, and
okay.
that's what I was getting at. You know, that's why I said all sports, because in August, towards the end, you know, mid end of August, we're starting to look more towards the preseason of football.
Yeah.
Normally, you know, but with everything that's going on, football is actually on its heels about the return, or are they going to return? They do have a schedule set up. They do have a schedule set up. There is something.
Are they going to do something like the NBA?
They're really going over a lot of their situation right now and how they're going to be able to do it, because at the end of the day, as far as with seating and things like that and separating people in the crowd, that won't be the hard part. The hardest part of their job is the amount of contact the players have with each other on the field. There's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, there's nothing.
So
I would love to see.
there's nothing you can do about that. So in the sense of it, they're looking at just, you know, they're looking at better ways of protecting the face and
Oh,
what.
okay. I
what
was gonna say,
leaves.
please don't tell me this is gonna be like a 2-hand touch league.
No. It's just a more protective. I'm looking. I seen something there where they were talking about changing the.
So what, they're gonna seal them up?
No, you can't. You suffocate them.
No, I don't mean like seal them up from air. I mean just like in the sense, like you said, full face mask,
Like a
coverings.
full like a visor, because they used to. You know, some
your
players
gloves
wear.
are gonna go into your sleeves.
Yeah,
and
some
shit
players
like that.
wear visors over the eye area of the helmet.
The sidelines. They're gonna be spraying you down, so
But
you
they're
don't want
looking at putting a visor now within the whole face
Yeah.
shield of the helmet. You know what I'm
I
saying?
get that.
So I mean, there's different things that they're going about it. They're gonna have more of they're gonna have to come up with more of a strategic plan, just because of the amount
I feel
of
like
contact.
this is gonna take practice. Like they're gonna have to.
He said we got to run a trial run.
Yeah, like
somebody gotta go
I
out
feel
there.
like they
Help
gotta go out
defense.
there, and not that they have to, but like so we're gonna play the first game. Everybody's protected, but they still gonna play just as hard as they did.
Well, I mean, you got to look at
When
it.
it
There's
was
other
regular
sports.
season.
There's other sports that are going on right now that they can actually pull from. You know, like soccer's been going on for a minute. You know,
Right. So how has soccer been playing? Well,
Well,
the soccer
soccer-
players don't really.
I mean, yeah,
They
there's
have contact, but
There's
they're
a lot
not
of
hugging each
contact.
other and
There's
shit.
not a lot of. There's a lot of contact, but they're not grabbing and
And they're
driving
not
to the
face to
ground.
face and all drooling on each other.
Yeah, they're
and
not
shit.
grabbing and driving each other to the ground. You know, they're
Yeah.
more just bumping till they could get a good shot off.
Yeah.
You know, fighting for position, more or less, would you rather call it? You know what I mean? But as far as with the NBA, have been players arriving here in Orlando to, you know, submit
Yeah.
themselves into the bubble.
Yeah, I seen that.
It's been a lot going on. It's a lot of anxiety, a lot of, you know, it's a lot of thoughts going on around the NBA, man. A lot of people, because, you know, you got some players that aren't even coming back for the bubble.
Yeah, they don't want
You know
to
what
play.
I'm saying? And they're doing it, you know, for the social injustice side of things and what's going on with that. You know, they're taking more of a stand for that.
Yeah.
In which, you know, more power to them, you know, and I salute them for that. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot to say I'm not gonna do what I'm prone to doing to get paid for.
It also
doing,
plays the dynamics
to say,
on
you know,
the
I'm
game.
gonna sit this out and this is where I'm gonna stand on this.
Yeah, it also plays a big dynamics on the game because of the pace in which the people were playing before,
Mhm.
and then you don't have the same players involved because some of them don't want to go.
Absolutely.
know?
And it's been interesting to see too, because since some players opted not to go, teams have been able to pick up players from free agents pool
Yeah.
and things like that. So Jamal Crawford has been picked up by the Brooklyn Nets, you know what I mean, as well as J.R. Smith has been picked up by the Lakers.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
Mhm.
that.
There's been more pickups as well, and it's really just teams trying to stack.
You gotta
stack
say
up to get
LeBron
ready
has
going
to
in.
like fucking J.R. Smith.
What? Because of the pickup?
Yeah.
I
I don't. Well, if we were to base it on the Cavaliers, at the end of their league, which how JR was, and they looked like they had kind of animosity. For him to get picked up over there, that's kind of has to do something with.
Well, I mean,
LeBron.
the thing with that, I mean, I'm sure LeBron was pissed at him for it, but I'm sure it's not something that he held to him.
Right, that's what I'm
forever.
saying. So I mean, for
On
him
a
going to
forever
Lakers, he
standard.
still had to like him some way, and
Yeah, plus, I
probably
mean,
was
these
like,
are-
yeah, bring him in, yo. He's good for defense or something.
Plus,
like
you
that.
got to look at it. These are two guys that are of the same age.
Yeah.
You know, so they've been around each other and they've known each other throughout their basketball
Yeah.
existence.
I mean, J.R. Smith's always been one of my favorite
You
players,
know,
anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to look at it. LeBron turning 36 in December, and I think J.R. Smith just turned 35.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? They're right in the same class of things. You know what I mean? So, for those two players, you know, I mean, as far as with a dynamic of a relationship, I would think it would be a lot closer.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying? They won a championship together. You know, they've been on the front line with each other. So,
Facts.
it ain't too much of a shock to me. I'm looking at it more as like
It wasn't a shock to
a
me.
good pickup.
It just proved to me more that what we watch on TV and shit, and people hype up shit to be is not what it seems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. I feel you. Shout out to Bobby Lee, man. I seen him on the tune as
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
man.
that
What's good,
song, what's
family?
his name?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
song.
You already know. That's family.
Yeah.
But you know,
I
like,
was gonna get into one of your joints later, matter of fact.
oh, we definitely gonna get into one of his joints. You know what I'm saying? But you know, and like I was saying too, as far as with the Nets done picked up a whole slew of players because they're probably one of the teams that has the most players that aren't coming to the
They're
bubble.
not going, and they're going to, because isn't it certain amount of teams going to the bubble?
I do believe it's 22 teams.
So Nets made it into the bubble.
Yes.
Or no? Okay.
Yes, and a lot of their team isn't even going to be there. Kyrie isn't going to be there.
Yeah.
KD, I do believe DeAndre Jordan, Spencer Dinwiddie, and these are big key players. For them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's how
You said Jersey. You mean Brooklyn?
Yeah, Brooklyn. That's how the pickup of Jamal Crawford came into play.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting to see, man.
You know this like you know me. I'm gonna go conspiracy Mike real quick. This is crazy because if you think about it, when the NBA season gets back to normal, when we get back to normal, if there is a normal, whatever you want to call it, just in the NBA sense, or like watching games where they travel around and all that.
Yeah.
Are these players still gonna be on these teams?
Well, yeah.
That's cool.
They're contracted.
Right,
yeah.
right. So now just think about how that all played out. That whole trade deal, off a trade record, everything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got to look at it. With the way that their shit is going, it's going to look crazy and it's going to feel weird because I don't know if they finalized it. I know the last that I looked on it, they had the situation where they're going to pick back up the season.
Yeah.
With the way that they're picking back up the season looks to be ending within the first to second week of October, depending on how playoffs play out.
Right.
Once that does play out,
then we go right back in.
They will be quarantined, which is a 14-day period, and then they will be able to go home to their families. But then they're looking at starting the 2020-2021 season. They're looking at starting that in December, as opposed to when they normally would start in October. So it's kind of only giving them like a month off.
So they're definitely going to try to put NFL on TV.
They're going to have to, because the NFL isn't going to be the only sport not being put out there.
Well, not even that. It's just that if they started any later, now we run into that schedule conflict of football being on the same time basketball starts.
And that's going to happen. There's no way around
but it'll
that.
be more towards the end. Because December, January, we get to the end of football season.
That's true. But if the season stops if the season is about to pick back up now, and let's say football starts, regular season starts in September. How it normally does. Yeah. You'll have basketball and football going on right now. Basketball.
I think basketball will be different though because it's all here. It's one spot.
For now, it's all here.
It's one spot and Disney.
For now,
Disney
it's
gonna
all
have
here.
it on Fox, ABC. They're gonna have it on all that shit.
For now, it's all here.
Yeah.
Once December 1st rolls around,
then we go.
I think they're gonna try to jump back into teams playing in their
whatever
respective
we call
cities.
normal is.
Yeah, whatever you want to call that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm just excited. You know what I mean? I'm really excited to have something entertaining that I find entertaining and interesting on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there has been a
I don't watch TV, but if when I do, I'd rather watch sports kind of.
Nah, I mean, there's been some pretty dope shit on TV. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Granted, think about it. You got to see the Tiger King. You know what I'm saying?
I watched the Tiger King because everybody brought it up.
Yeah,
so I had to go see that shit.
You got to see him, you know what I mean? You got to see, and you know, a lot of people caught up on a lot of amazing series that they probably wouldn't even thought twice to watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I bet you no one still watch Messiah.
I never got to watch it. So that's something.
Still up there?
And I've been looking for a new show. So I may check that out.
Messiah is dope, but you got to be really, really open-minded to this.
Really, really high.
Why
you gotta be
watch it like that.
All right. Well, yeah. No, I mean, I'm definitely
because you're gonna be like, what the hell? Whoa! Shit!
I'm definitely into, and I'm looking for a new show. You know what I mean?
I break down the premise. It's basically like the return of the Messiah, but the question is he or isn't he?
The Messiah.
Because the way he acts is not what we traditionally would know as to the return of. But the things that happen in the course of the TV show, you'll be like, how the fuck he did that? You know what I'm saying? Which would be something only the Messiah could do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, and I mean, I ain't gonna front. Like I said, man, I need a new show, but I need my sports back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was nothing like granted, me amongst a lot of other people, I'm sure, like at work, you talking with your buddies about it. Like, this is something you look forward to coming home from.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to get you, for those that drink, they're going to get them a cold one. For those who burn it down, they're going to roll a few up. And, you get one into your zone.
It's always good, especially when you like, I don't have a favorite team, but I get it. Like, when you have let's put it for me, when the Giants are in the playoffs, you catch me watching football every weekend.
And see, that's going to be interesting, too. And I would love to be able to catch a game at some point, because now you got them. They come down here to play Tampa Bay, you know, and that's a good game to go see. They got Brady in the game.
Oh, that's going to be a dope game because you got
amazing.
You know, even for Tampa, we'll see how that plays out. But even for Tampa, having Brady on there and Gronk, right? Mm-hmm. Gronk came back just to go there, right?
Yeah. And see, that's even crazy too, because even Uncle Glenn chimed in and he said, I think all of them are going to come back because they really are losing too much money. Which, in a sense, you're right. He's absolutely right, you know, and when you really think about, like, even for a company like Disney, like I was watching something on the news the other day, and they was talking about how, like, Disney, you know, accounts for like 70% of the sales tax revenue. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like their sales tax revenue accounts for like 70% of Florida.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're so on the gate about the reopening and things like that, but shit is technically needed.
It is. That's
you know
that's one of my arguments. Like, I'm not gonna get into it this episode, but people keep fucking being like, yo, come on, close us down, shut us down for such and such amount of time. Right. And I get your concern, but let's just be realistically, like, you would not be able to stay in your home, shut down that long without any type of services.
Realistically.
And these are people that have to go out there and do these services for you to be able to live in your home for 6 weeks, 7 weeks without going nowhere.
Yeah, that's a whole fact.
So if we shut down, right, and let's say we can pull that off, when we come back outside, there ain't gonna be nothing here for us to come back to.
I was about to say, what are we coming back to?
Everybody gonna lose money. They're gonna close stores. They're gonna close bars. They're gonna close clubs up. They're gonna close all that shit, dog.
You're gonna see big deals online.
Yeah.
For real. Niggas gonna be like, yo, Macy's, the doors ain't open, but everything's online. Get that shit down.
You know? So, like realistically,
yo, you wanna know something? I was sitting there at the crib the other day, right? And you know me, I get to burning it down, and I be in, like, my own world. I definitely be on my own planet.
Yeah.
Because it's one of them times where you go to pass it and nobody's sitting next to you.
Well, you're lucky because I get times to be in my own planet, but I have kids on my planet.
Yeah,
so
I know you can't. You can't.
Like distractions.
You can't because Mello been done crawled in, and you be like, "How the hell you get on this planet?" You can't even do that. You know what I'm saying? But nah, like I was in one of my modes the other day, and I'm one with the Most Highs, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, and I'm like, yo, like. It really feels like we're being catapulted into the fucking Jetsons era.
All right, I get it. Like what you're saying,
you know,
simplified. I feel
he said simplify it.
No, I'm saying
you were too high. Technically,
you simplified it.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying.
In my head, I feel like that, but I'm saying we're being pushed into a conscious shift.
Like I just feel like it's like we're being catapulted into that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you were saying, if we did shut down the government and we came back, what are we coming back to? You know, and I'm looking at all this shit and like I was burning it down. And mind you, this is why it happened. This is why it happened to me. Because I was burning it down and I heard a noise. And when I heard the noise, I was like, what the fuck is that? So, you know, I got up. You know, first I had to look around and make sure it wasn't myself just tripping and make sure I wasn't just super high.
So I haven't heard noises when I was high since I was a kid. Though.
Yeah, I know, but it was one of them times.
Yeah.
It was that, and I started hearing Dr. Dre beats for some reason. And that's when I knew I was like, I'm high.
You was having one of those moments. You ever watch movies and they be like, I just had this beat in my head.
I was high, my nigga. And I'm sitting there chilling, so I'm like, damn. And I thought that to myself. And as I thought that to myself, I heard a noise. I'm like, let me see what's going on. Am I tripping? So I got up and checked the door. When I got up to check the door, the car was pulling off already. So I opened the door, like, thinking somebody was coming to look for me. I was about to be like, yo, I'm home, what's up? Look down, it's a package. You know what I'm saying? And it's been doing this for a while because I've been getting packages at the door and all that shit. But at that moment, when I was already getting high and thinking about how I'm being catapulted into the Jetsons era, is when it all clicked for me that I'm like, yo, this ain't just a thought no more. Like, this shit is real.
Right, and
you know what I'm saying?
Like, I feel like you feel the energy of it is because with technology comes a higher consciousness.
It all came full circle.
Right, so even when you feel it in yourself, that's your conscious telling you there's a change coming. Like you said, man, everything we know is gonna change in our life. Every aspect of it. Not only the aspect of what coronavirus has created. What the Black Lives Matters created, the government has created, our money, the way we get packages, the way we move and talk. Everything is literally changing. And because it's based on technology, you either have to change your consciousness now with it to become that much more intelligent to use it, or you stay dumb and you don't make that shift consciously. Like when you just say it, you recognized it now.
Because it's like, even the conversation we had before, I don't know if you remember it. We'll just bring some light on it, see if you remember it. But like we were talking one time and we were talking about how like, how it's shifting without us paying attention to it. You know what I'm saying? And we were talking about how being from up north, the one thing that made us feel ahead and put us ahead in a lot of situations was the convenience of everything.
Convenience of being close.
You know what I'm saying? How everything was like right there at your fingertips. But now with what we got with our phones and all that shit, everything is at our fingertips.
No matter where you
10.
live.
Like I ain't even on the front. Me and my girl, we laid down.
No matter
to go to
where
sleep.
you live at now.
This is how real it is. Me and my shorty was laying down like at the end of the night, just about to lay it down, go to sleep. You know, I'm bullshitting on TV, burning one down. She chilling on her phone, doing her little shopping, whatever she doing at that time. And mind you, I laid down. She was like, "Oh, I ordered something on Amazon." My nigga, the shit got to my crib before I woke up.
Yeah.
Like that's how real that shit was.
Son,
I got up in the morning to go start the car. The package was right at my door.
One day I got home. I'm chilling in the garage. It's like 3 a.m, my dude. I'm stumbling to the room in the dark. Yo, I hear the window bust open. I'm exaggerating right now, but this is what it is to me. I hear the window open up. I hear somebody crawl, like the curtains moving. I'm like, yo, someone's breaking in my fucking house right now. Son, I go in the room. I'm kicking all the lights on. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, yo, I think somebody's coming in the house. Yo, she looks at the camera.
Yeah.
And it's groceries.
And it's groceries.
Yeah, because Amazon dropping off the groceries in the front of my house at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
son.
that's like, that shit is real, my nigga. And it's like, yo, I mean, it's a gift and a curse, because what if they would have just booked all my shit? I'd have been a mad ass come the next morning.
Point. I really thought it was so loud. Not loud, they were making noise, but it was just so right there.
They said, slam that shit. We got to make sure these niggas hear this shit.
It sounded like they was coming through the window and the air conditioners blowing my curtain.
I got a question for you, though.
I'm thinking like, yo, somebody's really climbing through my window right now.
I'm telling you. I got a question. Was any of your eggs cracked?
Nah, I don't remember. I couldn't tell you. I think she picked them up. I think she got this shit.
That's something you got to check, because that's going to determine the success rate of this type of shit.
Well, I'm going to tell you how much it sucks. We order stuff, and it'll come, and then it'll be in there, and it'll be like an off-brand of it, or something that they thought was similar.
Yeah, they said we wasn't gonna call you and tell you we didn't have this shit. So
Walmart
we just sent
do
you
that
the next
shit
best
too
thing.
when you do the Walmart pickup, yo.
Yeah.
But that's a gift and a curse too.
Yeah, I mean,
because we've ordered food that was cheaper, and then they put better shit in it to replace it. Like, oh, we don't have no more of that, so we're gonna give you the top brand of the best of you can have of that brand, of that slice of meat or whatever.
Now, I'm glad I brought this up, because this is how I bring this full circle. You feel what I'm saying? In that moment of me being super high
it was 6 a.m.
on the supernova, and trying to really feel that, you know what I'm saying, and seeing what was going on and taking play, I thought to myself, if we are catapulted into the Jetsons era, where does sports fit in that? Because I don't remember seeing sports on the Jetsons.
It was holograms. You don't remember that? They used to watch holographic TV, and the sports used to happen. They used to it used to just be a figure. Like, you didn't see the whole field, you just seen the pitcher, and then the pitcher would throw the ball, and then it would go to the batter, and the batter would hit the ball, and then it was all holographic.
So where does that fit in today? Like,
it's easy. It's easy. All you have to do is you can film games in a movie film studio. You put them all in green screen suits. You play the game on like that, and then they can project that holographic image now anywhere they want.
That's true. But that's my whole thing, is like what we know as a sporting event and an outing
might not be traditional anymore.
It may not ever be the same.
It would, at this point, if we're looking at what we call a pandemic to be real, and we can't figure it out, this could last years. So eventually, until that ends, whether it be 2 months from now or 2
It's just
years,
gonna become normal.
it's gonna be normal until they put people back into a position where they're like, we can go sit next to somebody in a tight ass bleacher again.
Yeah. That's all
So
fact.
if that's the case, like I said, man, it could. We have the ability. We've seen it already. The Tupac shit,
Yeah.
and all
That's
that
all
to
fact.
do the holographic image. It's not hard to say that they start paying these athletes just to play in a movie set somewhere. You know what I'm saying? The same way they make the video game. Look how they try to slowly transition into us. They started a whole league of NBA 2K, like a televised league now,
That's true. That is true.
and
They do that.
that's slowly transitioning us into.
But who was watching that shit?
Well, if
I ain't gonna lie, the
Bunch of
kids.
kids.
I know. Who's
give it one
watching
more year if
The
you're not
kids
being
were
able to watch
watching that
sports.
shit.
The video game.
Nah, I
world
wouldn't-
is
I wouldn't
actually
cling on to
real
that.
big.
You wouldn't cling on to it, but give it one more year. Next year, you're like, damn, I watched sports in 2 years. But this fucking basketball, let me watch it for once.
I wouldn't even watch it because I didn't watch none of them. Like I watched one of them one time, and I really was like, I could go to my homeboy's crib and watch 2 of my homeboys play the game if I'm gonna do that. I'm
I
not.
know, I'd rather play it
couldn't
myself,
see
to be honest
myself.
with you.
I mean, even if I'm gonna play it myself, but I couldn't see myself sitting at home watching TV, and what I'm watching on TV is 2 people play a video game.
Right, like I said, I'd
I
rather
couldn't do
play
that.
the fucking game
Like I was
myself.
like, if it's gonna be that way, being that we could connect and reach out to people online and all that shit, I might as well get the system, jump online, reach out to people, and play online my damn self.
You have more fun playing it than watching people play.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
feel what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, nah, my nigga, like that shit
I
was
couldn't
not.
watch. I couldn't watch these niggas play when I was waiting my turn to play.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We had to get games. Like, remember, we got the Monopoly game, and that Monopoly game was the shit.
Yeah, I know.
Let me ask you.
Yeah, I went and took that. I wound up bringing that one home. We used to play that home.
But we
for a
got
while.
that game so everybody could play a game together. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't
Yeah.
gotta wait. Oh, you gotta wait. You 3-4 turns. You go do a whole lot of shit. You go get a cut,
Yeah.
come back. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want. But nah, we did that. You know what I'm saying? But in the sense of like sports and what I know as sports, like I gotta be able to see this shit. It gotta be that feeling for me.
Right.
I'm mad last night that I ain't even get to see the Fight Island shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the UFC. They had
Yeah, I heard about it.
It was a pay-per-view event. I should have got the shit, but you know, there was so much moving around and all that.
Yeah,
Didn't
that's
happen.
why I don't even like when we talk TV. I'll be like, yeah, I watch certain things, but I don't get to pay attention at timed events.
Mhm.
You know, they be like Tuesday at 8.
Mhm.
It'd be Tuesday 8:30 before I remember.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
well,
like,
I mean,
oh,
if I'd
shit.
have paid for that, I'd have made sure I got to see that
I'm
motherfucker.
terrible like that. I probably would have paid for it
And still only
would've-
seen half of it.
Still would have been 12 o'clock at night. Like, damn, man, I paid for pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But nah, I mean, and even with that, it's good shows that came in and played their part, you know what I'm saying, for that period of time. But enough is enough, man. I need to see somebody get dunked on.
yeah, so as far as
crossover.
sports, I feel like if it doesn't ease up, that's the next step.
Huh?
Look, they transition. They got the whole basketball team under one dome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the whole league.
Yeah.
Well, not the whole league. Some of the league.
No, the league, basically. It's
Well,
22
teams.
teams.
What
Yeah,
is
you
it,
know,
like
it's a couple
32
teams. Couple teams,
Isn't it
what,
like
10
30?
teams left out?
Yeah.
5 from each coast.
They're playing on the same court, staying on the same place. How much harder is it to put them in green screen suits
Mhm.
and project that to people all over the world right there in your lap?
Yeah, I mean, it is a different way of thinking, man. It's a new way of seeing things, man, and that's what we coming to in
You
today's
call
world.
that shit NBA City.
Mhm.
Only basketball players live there and shit.
Yeah, see, and that's where I gotta tag Ray or something like that, cause he gotta let me know how that Fight Island shit turned
Well,
out.
I see that he posted some of it on his page and shit.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, but I didn't read it too heavy. I don't
Okay,
really
okay.
follow boxing that hard.
Yeah, and
Or
I mean,
UFC.
and that shows, you know what I'm saying? Like they went through. Look at the lengths they went through. Look at the lengths they went through to actually put on that event. You know what I'm saying? Like they went, got it all passed through, went and got their own little island. Like, look, man, we gonna make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so think about that. Putting football teams on their own island. And every game you watch, they play on the same field. They stay on this island for 6 months.
Yeah, but I think that'll make their life more strenuous.
That sounds like death to me.
Yeah, not being
I'm
able to
just
see
saying,
your family.
I'm
you
just
know,
saying I'm just saying if we're stuck in a situation where they're gonna prolong this not being this, let's call it social distancing.
Mm-hmm.
if we're gonna prolong this into where now it starts affecting your sports and concerts and all these things that people took, you know, that love to go do out with groups of people.
Yeah, definitely.
And what are we gonna do?
The formulation of a big group, as we know it.
Well, would you handle that?
I mean,
you know?
shit, look at the theme parks. Think about what we know as theme parks.
Son,
Disney, Six Flags,
even
Universal.
You've seen pictures of how they potentially look. Like, it's, all right, how about this? I went to, where were we? I went to Home Depot for the first time since the start of the pandemic. The start of the pandemic, Home Depot was normal.
Mm-hmm.
I went in there yesterday, and they have little booths around all the fucking people and
all
shit.
your register workers.
Right,
Yeah.
so now if we're in the Disney area, they're going to have segregated booths that you step in line. You don't think about that. Like, everything's going to have little plastic booths.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be...
Well, I was looking at
I seen a picture of school, which I was like, oh, shit. Like, I want them to go back to school, but this picture was like, I don't want them to go to that school.
Yeah.
And they had like square chalk lines where the kids could play in.
It looked more like jail and shit. It looked like when you go to talk on the phones and shit.
Son, it looked like a rec yard under fucking, what do you call it? Solitaire. It looked like a solitary rec yard, nigga, where like, all right, you could go outside the rec, but you guys stay in this square, or you guys stay in that square. And I was like,
Rec room.
I don't feel like I really want them to go through that. That should look tragic, bro.
And I seen on the news too with Disney, like as far as what they're opening their plans and shit, they got like now in areas, because they input this now in the parks, they got areas where you could be maskless. You know, to give people a chance to take the mask off and just
smoking sections.
Yeah, basically. That's how I look at it.
The breathing sections over there, sir. If you want to breathe, you need to go over there.
Yeah, man, go breathe that good air. But nah, I mean, it's
my wife
definitely
said
something.
Sound like Survivor NFL series.
Yeah,
like,
that's real. That shit is real. You got to look at it, man. Everything we know is changing in front of us, and it's like being that it's so much going on, and we got so many different things to pay attention to.
Yeah,
you know, the changes are happening, and we're not catching them.
Right, and that's where my theory of higher consciousness comes in. Because now you have to pay attention to life.
Mm-hmm.
There's no more, that's not important to me. No, all of this shit is important to me.
Yeah, because it's all going to play a factor in. And then you look at the greater scale of things of how it's going to play factors, because once it is to that degree, certain jobs will be cut.
A lot. I seen an ad.
Certain fields.
I seen an ad pop up when coronavirus started, and it was for a robotic arm. And in that ad, this is a commercial, my dude. This is not like something I just, your fake news that pop up on Facebook or whatever. This was a commercial that was paid for to be marketed.
Uh-huh. And
it was a robotic arm. And that shit said $3 an hour and never goes home.
Yeah.
And you want $15 an hour. This robotic arm was flipping hamburgers, nigga. That's what it was doing.
Man.
It was a video of the robotic arm flipping hamburgers. And these niggas want $15 an hour. And look what just happened. McDonald's can't even afford y'all right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I ain't gonna lie. That robotic arm might make the best burger.
Facts. It will. It
might make the burger
in the
better
long
than
run, if you think about it, calculated things like that might be better for society. Right? If we're gonna have a McDonald's, then let's robotics run it. You know what I'm saying? Give these people more time to have jobs that are creative and more inspiring than fucking working at McDonald's for 10 years.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That for me, I get that, but I won't get into that conversation. But the conversation was the future holds robotic arms flipping hamburgers for $3 an hour. And if you don't pay attention, when you was about to get that raise, you thought for 15, and they tell you, well, guess what? Here's your pink slip. If you ain't paying attention, this is what you're saying.
Shit, the crazy thing is a lot of them already getting that raise in McDonald's.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers is paying them motherfuckers.
Right, but let's walk into next year. Let's walk into next year when the presidency change or changes.
Oh, yeah, I mean, definitely. It's
and
always...
they be like, oh, we got an idea to fix the economy.
Yeah, with the
robotic
future
arms in McDonald's. You know what I'm saying?
With the future of it, because you got to look at it. That's another way for them to rely on the whole social distancing. You know, you don't got to worry about people being on top of each other in the kitchen now.
Right.
It'll just be the robot.
Then you can
Facts.
funnel that
This
money
is
somewhere
this
else.
is little subtle ways that they've been doing this.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S. Department of Treasury stopped circulating change
Mm-hmm.
because change is probably one of the worst ways, I guess, you spread diseases or whatever, right? So they stopped circulating.
They want
it.
you to forget about the idea of a change coming.
Facts.
So get rid of the change, nigga.
And then your next is your dollar. You want to know how to get rid of your paper? Drive down the turnpike right now. What does it say?
Burn that bitch.
No, it says no more cash tolls. It says no more cash tolls.
Yeah, I seen that. You seen that?
Yeah. So, that's just little ways. Even when you go right now, most people are fearful, so they're going to use their card.
Mm-hmm.
They still got people that use cash, but wait till they tell you, yo, you can't hand cash to the guy at 7-Eleven no more.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go into 7-Eleven unless you use your card because we're no longer accepting cash.
Yeah.
So then you gotta go.
Yeah.
You have to go chip it or get a card or get the little thing on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, damn, if I want to spend my money, I gotta do it like this.
Mm-hmm.
So then what
So how much are you really gonna fight it? You're not gonna fight it when you want to spend your money, and the only way they tell you to spend your money is this way.
Yeah, I mean, the only people that are going to fight it are the people who are capitalizing the most off of what we know now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those are be the only ones that really.
Yeah, I don't want to get
subjective.
into the conspiracy part. I'm talking about the fact that this is happening and people need to pay attention.
Yeah, that's true. That's a big fact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's why I say, man, just with the timings that we in and all that shit hit me that day, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, we really being catapulted into a very advanced lifestyle.
There's a lot of change.
You know what I
Bro,
mean?
I
And
told you guys this 2 years ago. There was a news report. NASA was in cahoots with Uber
Mm-hmm.
to start flying taxis.
Yeah, I know.
That was 2 years
I
ago,
remember
bro.
that and
They
seen
predicted it for this year, but
Mhm.
obviously that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, they talking more like
They put that on
2025
hold.
on that.
They was
now.
like, we're gonna do the
It's
COVID
not
thing
too long
first
from now.
and then fly.
No, that's 5 years from now.
5 years from now, there's gonna be flying cars.
But before they
Easily, they got them
get to
now.
that, they want to get more of the
They got 'em now.
self-driving cars.
They
out.
got them now, Ed. They just have to. This is
So they
this is
came
not
out
the
with-
problem. The problem is not getting the cars out. The problem is getting you to be comfortable in a self-driving car.
Yeah, pretty much.
about-
How many times are you gonna grab the wheel every time you feel like the car is not doing what you want it to?
Yeah,
do?
the only way
You're
that's
gonna be
not
like,
going to
shit.
happen is if
Shit.
the only way that's not going to happen is if there's a there has to be some type of barrier between you and the wheel.
Yeah, exactly.
Are people gonna get in and be like in the back seat?
That's what I mean. That's
no,
something like that.
But that's the thing.
That's the only way that process
All
could
right,
be
you know
a
what?
success.
You know, what were we watching? What was I watching? Total fucking Recall, son.
Mhm.
That's what
I was
they
watching
doing.
Total Recall the other night, and it was just so trippy because
What you
everything.
said ahead?
Wasn't that what they was doing in the movie?
Yeah, they had the
Uh-huh.
taxis, they had the something cabs. What do they call it? Jimmy cabs or some shit like that.
Mhm.
And the dude was just an animatronic that was like, "Welcome to the cab. Where you going?" Da da da, and it
Yeah.
drove itself, and you sat in the back.
That's like in Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a scene there too.
Or the car drove itself.
Remember when the
and the
cars
car had
had
conscience.
emotions?
Yeah, it
It
had
had a
conscience.
conscience and emotions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and like I always say, man, they don't get them ideas from nowhere. They're not pulling that shit out their
No,
ass.
that movie literally told us what was gonna happen right now.
Yeah, to an extent, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say like they seen something. Some information was leaked to them, something was told to them. What if?
Some movies, yes, but other movies is just logic. Like if we're already having the conversations about AI potentially becoming as conscious as humans,
Mhm.
right? Then those are something that you can kind of predict. You know what I'm saying? Like if you were to make a future movie based on what we know now, you can predict what can happen in 10 years.
Concept
from
ain't
now.
too
Yeah,
far
but
fetched.
the whole thing about it is, like I was saying,
planes,
there's been
Or you
movies.
not predict, but you can prophesize.
Oh, you can. Anybody could prophesize.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. A prophesize, though, you could pull a thought in your head out of the air.
Yeah.
And if it comes true,
But
you
that's
just
what I
happen
feel
to hit
about
a
some
lucky
future
note.
movies. Some future movies are more of a prophesized thought. Like, well, we know AI is capable of this, but if we got there and they were capable of it, what would it look like?
See,
You know what I'm saying?
I think maybe on certain things prophesize, but certain shit you were informed. Certain shit you seen.
No, some
something.
thoughts you can't come up
You
with.
seen certain shit to a T. Somebody put it in front of your face. You touched it. You felt it.
Yeah, and this will go into conspiracy for me. They've had zero gravity jet propulsion since the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they've actually shown us photos of U.S. Air Force circular discs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not to say that we're stepping into it. It's just we might be implementing it now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's different for us because we don't know. So we're just getting it as it's handed to us.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you see a flying car go by, that's going to be crazy to you.
Yeah, you're going to lose
But the person who put that car in the air has probably I've been waiting 20 years to put that car in the air.
For the person who put it there, they're not even going to think twice or think about it because they're already on to the next idea of what they're looking to do.
Yeah, like I said, they're going to be like, I've been waiting 20 years to give you guys that shit.
So they're going to be on some, man, look, you think the flying car is something, man.
Wait till you see what's next.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Look at what else I got in store. Fuck a car, a taxi, nigga. Now we just all using jetpacks.
Right, and it's crazy. And this is where, I guess this is where a lot of people like to get at people for being sheep. Like, because I get there's news out there that you want to be concerned about, like Will and Jada or whatever. But there's also other news that we forget. Like I said, 2 years ago, they were talking about today having flying taxis. So if they were talking about it 2 years ago and it's supposed to be here today and it's not, it could be here tomorrow.
Yeah, it's an intention.
They
let you know that day that there's intention.
And the more you ignore the fact that can happen, when it pops up, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?
Where the fuck was I?"
But they've been talking about this for 2-3 years. You know, I used to watch documentaries on future technology. In 2002, they had a documentary about self-driving cars. That you use GPS and tracking to drive.
I don't remember in like 2011. Was it 2011, 2012? They used to have they used to show your inventors what the fuck, what word am I looking for? The motherfucker, like what they do, Comic-Con and all that shit. They used to show you inventors conventions.
Oh, inventors conventions.
And at your inventors conventions, they used to show like futuristic shit.
Yeah, they'll tell you too, like we won't have this out for another 10 years, but this is how it works.
I remember them showing the TV that you could take off the wall, roll it up, like a painting.
The
and
phone
it came
too.
in a canvas bag.
The phone too. You seen that one?
Yeah, it came in a canvas bag. Like they rolled the TV up, put the motherfucker in a canvas bag, put the shit on your shoulder.
They didn't even release it to the public yet.
No, it's been released.
No, it's been the phone too. You can buy the phone too.
At that point, no, it wasn't released. At that point, it was just a.
So you know, certain people probably had.
But we're talking 9 years though.
You
know
and it was
saying?
just an inventors convention.
And you said you watched that 9 years ago. See, he doesn't even think it's out, and we're talking about 9 years later. See, that's how people are so unaware of what happens.
Certain things like that, but like, imagine the technology you don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
aside from that,
think about nanotechnology.
Yeah.
Like that shit that could be, it's shit that could be made in particles that can be made to do certain things that you can't even see with your own eye.
Okay, so back in
Like the invisible
2010, I
coat
watched a
that actually
documentary about them adding nanotechnology into asphalt.
Yeah.
They put it in asphalt, they pour the asphalt on the road, and the nanotechnology collects data of all the cars, your tire wear, fumes, gas, all of that shit, son.
And they're doing that.
They've been doing it. I watched that shit 10 years ago.
That's a whole fact.
So why wouldn't they be doing it right now?
That's why I say.
So if you peel out, does it get rid of the technology?
No, it's infused all of it's like putting sand into cement.
Exactly. It's infused throughout the cement. So you're not going to see it, you're not going to harm it, you're not going to touch it in any way, shape, or form. But it's there.
How deep is it?
Collecting
We're talking
data.
nano.
It's not
We're
even how
talking
deep.
nano,
it's
bro.
it's integrated to the cement. So it's throughout the whole mix of the cement.
Yeah, it's like putting sand.
It's like
escape it.
it's like saying, okay, if let's say, remember you just talked about gold being smited down to a powder form.
Yeah.
Let's say it's in a powdered form. If the powder's poured into the mix of the cement
And it's mixed.
it's throughout the whole batch of cement.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it doesn't make a difference. You know what I'm saying?
You can't take that red out the Kool-Aid once you put it
Right.
with the water.
Done
Exactly.
deal.
With the sugar.
Done deal.
You can't skim the top of the water and take the sugar out. Like,
Done deal. And
You know what I'm
and
saying?
he's right. That shit is real, man. But, you know, before we get too lost, man, let's jump back into what we really like to do here back at the
Hell
ranch.
yeah.
Let's throw on some tunes, man. Let's get some music going, man.
Yo, I want to play.
wanna hear.
I want to play some Bobby Lee. What's his name? Spit the name. Oh my God, his rap name.
Oh, shit, yeah, you just fucked me up.
Hell yeah. But he's the guy who got song. His song is called Bags.
Yeah.
Why can we? I want to call him Harvey Dent for some.
No, Harvey
reason.
Dent is
I
my
know.
nigga. That's Butch
That's Bush
C.
Dot. But yeah, go to spit the names off, Ed. You just staring at him like, huh?
You're not talking about Hanzo Blaze.
No,
Nah, man.
Hanzo Blaze. I remember him.
You're not talking about Anno Bands with
Nope.
the guzzle bag.
Nope.
You're not talking about Butch.
Nope.
No, he got his whole mixtape.
He got his
there.
own folder.
Everybody got it.
I know, but name somebody we didn't name. I remember all those. I just can't remember his at this moment.
It's not the Lou O.D.,
No.
Grime Wave,
No.
ain't the Vi Cartel. I said
He's
that
reading
already.
every single one but that one.
Uh-huh.
That's
Why I can't remember this?
In the meantime, let's throw on a vibe.
You're talking about the Faraza. You're not talking about the Farazarati.
I remember
No.
Farazarati's name.
Let's
said
throw on a Vibe
Yo,
Cartel record in the meantime.
There is names there, yo. He got a whole album and shit there.
We'll throw on a Vibe Cartel record in the meantime, man. Tell me the two names,
In the
man.
meantime, we're gonna go with the Diamonds or the Sit Down.
Let's go with Diamonds.
Yeah, go Diamonds.
All right. Shout out to Vibe Cartel. Shout out to Lou
Why is
O.D.
his name just
I
so
know.
shit in my
I don't know
brain,
why I'm
man?
having such a brain fart right now.
All right, Diamonds by Vi Cartel.
Yeah, you already know, man. Shout out to Lou O.D. He, you know, that's one of the people that came through his arm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, big shout out to them fellas, man. Here go Diamonds by Vi Cartel.
Nice.
I'm tired of niggas talking when they know nothing about me. They know I'm headed to the money, they tryna reroute me. We haven't felt the same pain, I promise you that. You just be playing with my name when I'm dying for that. I lost my heart in the field and came back with a skill. I learned that you don't let them live, you kill or be killed. Prey a predator, your actions will expose it. If you thought you had to answer that, then you should probably fold it. Put that on God, ain't no nigga on this side about to break me or even shake me, got too much pride. I'd rather fall to my knees with that blade in my hand. I'd rather bang it off till it get hot in the jam. I ain't taking no more L's, that's just how I'm rocking. You can eat off anybody's plate, but mine is not an option. You hoping for that clout come up, that's the wrong look. When I'm the type to bury niggas for the wrong look. All that pressure made a diamond. I'm no longer in confinement. With all these words I'm still finding. They know that light is still blinding. All that pressure made a diamond. I'm no longer in confinement. With all these words I'm still finding. They know that light is still blinding. Y'all be reaching, not knowing that I'm ready for smoke. Y'all be in halfway when I'm going for broke. I wasn't taught to back up and then lean on the ropes. I was taught to violate you right in front of your folks. Do you know who you dealing with? I am he, the vigilante, not the one you want get silly with. You clocking niggas that don't need to be clocked. You out here faking, talking, messing when you finna get mopped. No exceptions to the rule, you out of pocket bag. If you ain't got a bag for me, then what time do we have? When you ever seen a giant argue with the minions? Don't know why they think I give a fuck about their opinions. Stand down, we don't need no man down. Someone's gonna miss you and the people that you round. You don't want these niggas on my squad to hunt you down. You don't want them candles on your block cause you got found. All that pressure made a diamond. I'm no longer in confinement. With all these words I'm still finding. They know that light is still blinding. All that pressure made a diamond. I'm no longer in confinement. With all these words I'm still finding. They know that light is still blinding.
That beat doesn't come back.
We back, man. Big shout out to We back in the building how we supposed to be. Ed just was holding the finger up for too long. I don't know if he was saying, no, you're not on, or go ahead, nigga, you're on. But anyway, we back in the building how we supposed to be, man. Shout out to Vi Cartel. That was the track Diamonds. And that right there. Like I said, man, I actually do like Vi Cartel's music,
yeah,
man.
I like his joints.
He
I
gotta,
wish he would reach out to us so we can figure out who the hell he is.
Yeah, definitely, man. You know, we got to solve this mystery. And I'm sure it's a lot more fire coming from behind that direction as well,
right, like,
man.
that's why I want to get in touch, because we only have 2 songs from him.
Fire.
So, you know, we definitely got to make that happen. I seen that over there talking about fire, too.
More fire.
You know, but yeah, nah.
You said it.
We're going to get to that, man. But before we do that, man, let's jump into another joint. And just now, we all had the hugest brain fart of life.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
You know what I mean? Bobby Lee, you already know you family over here with us, and we were having a hard time remembering the Rob Dent side of the Bobby Lee, you know, alias.
Yeah.
Also,
you know, sometimes we get lost here. We got a lot of artists, you know what I mean, that do submit music, and we got a lot of artists that we fuck with on a regular basis.
This is the problem. Butch is known to us as Harvey Dent.
Exactly.
And then Rob Dent is known as
Bobby Lee.
So they both got their names almost the same, but each one is not even
flipped in aliases.
One's their rap name and one's not their rap name.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you, family, and we definitely would like to jump into one of your records right now as well. You know, we've been itching to play one since 2 weeks now.
I definitely want to play Bags.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why. Well, you know what? Let's not play Bags. Let's play something else.
Well, I mean, you can play it. I ain't heard it in a while.
Yeah?
You know, yeah, you can throw it on.
All right, so let's play Bags by Rob Dent then.
You know what I'm saying? And shout out to, you know, Bobby Lee / Rob Dent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because definitely he's one that came, you know, checked us on the first season, chopped it up with us.
Yeah, even
kicked it, had a damn good time, you know what I mean? And when he came, he actually came with a whole project.
Yeah, he was very,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
super professional.
He was one of those where, like I explained to you before, Ed, you know, let's put it to the test.
If Rob would ever wanted to come, you know, record in the studio and use Ed's expertise, man, you would love him as an artist.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He ready to rock and roll with it, you know what I mean? And big shout out to him as well, man. So we're going to jump into that joint Bags by Rob Dent, Bobby Lee. And he got a few more artists on there with him, you know what I mean? And shout out to them as well.
Yeah, I think that's all that little crew he be rolling with. And he be traveling. You know?
Yeah, he do be on the move. So, you know, man, shout out to him, man. And let's get to the joint, man. Bags.
I'm going to go ahead and play it before Mike changes his mind again.
We got Bags now.
Yes, sir.
One.
All right, here we go.
We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want?
We got bags now. I got cash now. And I'm feeling good. And she smoking with me. Now she going low. Yeah, I'm finna go. Bags at the door. Yeah, I gotta go. Now I'm getting kicked. Yeah, these niggas fake. I don't fuck with that. I'm just getting paid. Now I'm finna lit. And I'm in the club. And they fucking my shit. Man, I'm feeling love. Woke up the twins. Friend brought a friend. Friend with a Benz. It's a Benz from a friend. Fuck with the trend. Put on the crown. How you feel now? Man, I'm floating on clouds.
We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got want.
I've been going hard for this paper. Messing with that, I Decepticon termination. We the loud boys, we stay around Mother Nature. Dead Gracie's coming in now and later flavors. OG, what a type of feeling. Put my team on, nigga, millionaire visions. Gold ceilings means no limit. Master P with the hustle, so you know that means I'm getting it. I be in the trap every day. Niggas complain, well fuck them anyway. Time to make another play just to see a brighter day. Up and down this interstate, planning fit, we gaining weight. $100 plays every day. We be spinning cake while we getting racked up, okay? Nigga, this just a safe way. Nigga, stash and invest, ain't no pay way.
We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now.
Music down a little bit.
We got bags now. What the fuck you want?
Just turn the beat down just a little bit.
What the fuck you want?
Yeah.
What the fuck you want?
I got bags, nigga.
What the fuck you want?
Bags up, shorty, but I really can't stop. Bad bitch, oh shit, but she bad dog, shorty, but I really can't stop. Too much for the money, too much on the clock. Yeah, love the way that shit drop. Got it straight from Canada, made that fucking flip flop. And I'm right out of Tally. My shit looking nasty, my bitch cannot stop. And I came off the pot. Wrapped up, got 2 Glocks, and if a nigga hate, then I polish spray. Nigga can't relate, I done came out of this bit with the ghost. Those going up, it's a toast. My niggas gon' come through with the O. I'ma smoke, that's just the way that shit go. I don't give a fuck who hating, cause the money still piling up. This shit look crazy, it's the island, the bitch is still smiling.
What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want? We got bags now. What the fuck you want?
You replayed it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Bobby Lee / Rob Dent. That is the song Bags. And
My bad,
again,
even
our
Stack
apologies for the mix-up, for the slight brain fart on the name, you know what I mean? But it happens, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm not good at names anyway, so you're lucky I remember that shit to begin with.
Well, me, I'm a lot more sharper with that, but my memory has been fucking up a lot lately. I ain't been putting it to use too much.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Well, it really is what it is, the less you use something, you start to lose it. So you know how that goes.
Excuse me, I chew on these potassium.
Yeah, and we were about to get into, today in hip-hop, and before we do get into today in hip-hop, we was going to chop it up on some other entertaining shit that's been going on.
An interesting topic.
The media never loses. The internet never loses. You know what I mean?
And I think we just wanted to bring it up, probably just to talk about it.
Yeah, just to chop it up a little bit about it, because it's everywhere, so it's hard not to talk about something that's everywhere. Yeah. And, when it comes to it, we are about to go into hip-hop history, and this involves a hip-hop historian. You know what I mean? And when I say that, I'm talking about the whole Will Smith and Jada Pinkett,
which is why I
situation and scandal.
I gotta say, I can't even say I was trying to find out what happened. But it just happened to just be flooded in my face.
Yeah, it was there. At first, you seen a lot of August Alsina. Yeah. First, you seen a lot of him in your face, and you was like, "What the fuck is going? Why is this nigga everywhere?"
And then I seen Jada.
And then you tapped. On him.
I scrolled past it at first.
Oh, you did? All right. So me, I seen it.
I was minding my own business.
I seen it, but you got to tap on something to hear the volume of it.
Nah,
so I seen it
for days.
I seen so many fucking people and pages with this. Yeah, so I tapped on it, and then I got to listen to what he was talking about. And last week I didn't jump or dive into it like that because I knew that there was still another side of this that was going to come out.
Hell yeah.
You know, so I
Always
didn't
three
want
sides to every story.
Yeah, so I didn't want to talk on behalf of one side or talk wild, and I only know one side.
Yeah.
That's a wise way.
You know what I'm saying? So I decided to kick back and hold minds on it, you know, because I knew that was going to come out. Because at the end of the day, I'm sure if we had the question and we wanted to know, imagine how many people were going to them and hitting their lines up and blowing them up on it.
I've even seen little side.
Oh, the memes?
Yeah, memes of like
I was
50 Cent
minding
text
my
them up
own
and shit.
The internet will always and forever win.
You ever seen the Michael Blackson one?
Mm-mm.
They made like a whole text thread of Michael Blackson talking to Will Smith.
Word.
Yeah, and he was like, what's an entanglement? And he said, that sounds like a compromising thing. He said, I think he was eating her ass from the front.
Yeah. See, nah. I mean, that's the whole thing. Nah, I mean, I give both of them much respect. You know what I'm saying? Because they definitely, and you know, Jada, she has her own platform with that whole Red Table. You know, it's kind of like a podcast, TV show, a Facebook show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facebook Watch.
Yeah, Facebook Watch. But on there, she addresses so many different issues, and she talks about a lot of real shit. You know, and I salute her.
It was commendable.
Yeah, I salute her because when it came to her shit, she ain't shy away from
Front
it.
and center. Yeah.
It came out, it hit the public, it hit the air.
I don't know
She
if I
could have
can-
had no comment and stood closed up about it, but she said, nah, I ain't going to none of y'all platforms to talk about this shit.
about mine.
I'm going to talk about it on my own platform.
On my own terms.
I'll just
Yeah,
bring
I feel
Will to
that.
mine.
I feel that, but I
narrative.
don't know if I could.
Yeah,
I don't know
which
if
true.
I could. You know what I mean? Get down like that.
What you mean?
That's just me.
What?
Well, that's
I
the
mean,
conversation that we have.
You don't know if you sit down like
That's
what?
a big,
Like Will
that's
did?
a big step.
Yeah.
That's a big step.
Well, that's a conversation that we had once. Remember, I told you, if men could get rid of their jealous trait, they can accomplish way more with their woman. Like, because when it comes down to it, it's about pride, right? And if you feel like your pride was hurt, you won't approach your woman the same way you would as if you could just ask her straight up. Like, you know? You know what I'm saying? Every man carries that. You know, whether it's, was he better than me? Is he good looking than me? Is this and that? So
Well, I mean,
I think
women
that goes
carry the
both
same
ways.
shit,
right,
though.
but women, let's really be honest about this. Women are a little different though when it comes to that jealous. Women are jealous about everything, like shoes, hats, time.
To be honest,
what
I
I'm
think
saying?
it's
Like-
the same on both sides. I think one just admits
Yeah, but
it
who
more.
can be easier to get rid of it?
Neither one. I think they just
a man
one's
could get
easier
rid
to
of
admit it.
A woman will admit it before a
That's
man
what I
would.
said. I think one. I don't think they get rid of it. I just think for one,
So
it's
as a
easier to
man-
admit.
All right, so as a man, that's what maybe I'm saying it wrong. That's what a man, you need to admit your jealousness, I guess, more.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because
You
for women,
confront it more.
they ain't gonna give a fuck. A woman gonna tell her like it is.
Yeah,
Majority of them.
But the trait
you know?
is still there.
Yeah, for
But
each
for
side.
a man, it's like I said, it's the pride thing. It's, you know, and deep inside, you're like, he was better than me. That's why she did it. When it's really not that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But what Will did is he separated that.
Yeah.
That pride of he already knows the situation. He's just explaining to us now.
I think in his situation though, they had to. Because
course.
it's like saying, all right, it's one thing to hold a relationship and you just two regular motherfuckers from around the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's another
See
thing
each other
to
every
hold
day.
the relationship when you're
Where
on.
you go.
It's another thing to hold a relationship when you're Will Smith and Jada Pinkett.
Two different
You
careers.
feel what I'm saying? You're not regular James and regular Shorty from around the corner.
You're both not working 8 hours and coming home.
You feel
to
what I'm
each other.
saying? Y'all are on a grand scale. Your lives been on grand scale since the 80s.
Before you met.
You know what I'm saying? So with the way that they are and the way that they handled it, I think they had to both be that way. And I think in what they were saying, because I seen an interview with Will on even the Breakfast Club, I think it was, where he was even talking about, you know, jealousy and just letting it go. You know what I'm saying? And in the sense of it, yeah, he got 100% of a point. But in the lifestyle and the person who he is, I feel like that was needed. You know, to have a
To be
successful,
You got- you
to be
gotta step up
sane.
to
Fuck
that
success, just to be sane.
Well, to keep a sane,
yeah.
a clear conscience, a sane, clear conscience, to keep a functioning relationship for your kids. You know what I'm
Step up to
saying?
the plate.
Yeah.
To keep that up and running and between you guys and still know what the hell's really going on when everything's off and the doors are closed. You gotta salute them. You know what I'm saying?
But
Because
you
they
can't
kept
take
it
away
official.
the fact that just because of what he is, he had to do it. You still have to admit here in this scenario of being whatever you are,
Mm-hmm.
is the best case scenario when you're in a relationship. It'll help you. It'll help you compromise. It'll help you do a lot more if you, as a man, can get rid of that jealousness. It's like this. It's like this. If you have the most beautiful girl on your shoulder, but she's with you, you goddamn well 50 people in the room are looking at her.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
If you can get rid of the jealousness in yourself or the pride, you won't even notice those people looking at her. You get what I'm saying? It's when you carry the pride or the kind of, you know, it's like that. It's that thing. It's like, am I good enough for my girl? And then you see a nigga in the Benz drive by and you're with her and then you're like, man, he might steal her from me type deal.
I feel like it's that and it's common sense. Because I feel like if you got something bad on your arm, you know niggas is looking at her.
Right.
You ain't even got to, it ain't even, to think outside the bubble of, oh, nobody's looking at her, you fooling your fucking self.
Right, and that's what I mean.
You should smack yourself.
A lot of people walk
like,
with
that's
that.
just the reality of it,
A
my
lot of
nigga.
people bear that,
How many
though.
people are
They
going to
do.
do that?
Huh?
How many people are going to wake themselves up like that?
Smack shit out yourself. You should. And my nigga, if that's the case, then you shouldn't be with a bad bitch. Choose which one you want.
Mm-hmm.
Choose which one you want. And at the end of the day, not for nothing, if you got something of the sort, then you should feel a certain way about yourself.
How about even if you might not be with the baddest chick, but
No, you might not, but hey, and that's being
you
superficial.
still gotta worry about.
Now, I'm not being superficial
a nigga can
because
still steal your girl,
now wait,
though.
and then let me change that
People
up
still gonna
because
shoot
that
their
would be
shot.
being superficial, and I'm not being superficial
Nah, I wasn't
because
trying to be
she
superficial
may not
about
be
it.
the baddest thing to the world, but even if she's bad in your eyes, my nigga, one thing I
that's
will
what I
say,
meant right there.
one thing I will say, we were built and designed and put here as men. With being put and built and designed here as men, we were designed to be attracted and allured by the opposite of sex.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
And, you know, vice versa. So whatever the look of it is, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a different preference. Everybody has a different discretion. You know what I'm saying? So for you, whoever you with, if you with a woman, period, and you go out somewhere, niggas gonna look at your woman. Point blank, period. I don't care if she and now I'm gonna say it the way I would say it if we were sitting at home chilling. I don't give a fuck if she look like J-Lo or Mother Love. Either way, motherfuckers is gonna look.
Yeah, facts.
Cause she fit in somebody's preference.
And vice
you could
versa,
bet that.
too. Vice versa.
Yeah, and vice versa.
If a woman got a good looking dude, bitches is gonna look.
It don't matter whether that nigga look like Tyson Beckford or Ruben Studdard. Somebody's going on.
Yeah.
Somebody's going after it.
And what holds the relationship together is knowing that, okay, that's where it's gonna end at.
Yeah. No, not that what's gonna end
Nah,
that.
I think what holds the relationship
together when you
together.
can
I'm
know
saying
that.
the look is where it's gonna end. You
No,
going
where
home
you
with
could,
that
no.
person.
Oh,
you know
but
what
the
I'm
end
saying?
is where it looks. It's
Yeah,
a look.
where it looks is where it ends at. Is where,
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
No,
And
he's saying like what he's saying is I'm looking at this person, but that's it. I'm not pursuing.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
you're absolutely right
that's
on
where
that.
it's gonna end at. The
Yeah, no, you're
relationship-
absolutely
Right,
right
that's
on that.
respect. That's
It's
just
still
respect. Everybody's gonna wander. What my point is that I commend the man who can walk knowing that and not worried about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's something. That's the whole thing, and that's how I feel. Like I'm one of them people that I don't pay attention to
Security.
that. That's too minor for me.
security.
It really
it's
is.
too,
Like
it's too
it's
stressful.
too. If that's something that if I gotta
It's too
sit there and be
stressful.
worried about something to that small, when it's something that I can't worry about it because I already know it's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like the world would have to be, the rest of the world would have to change, and a complete polar shift would have to happen to where now it's like, all right, now nobody's looking at nobody no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's BS. Like, you know,
That'll
you
never
can't
happen.
Yeah, you can't think like that. You know,
But let
so
me take this a step further.
go ahead.
You're in a relationship. You're not broken up, but you're not together.
Mhm.
And either one of you has sexual relations with another person.
Mhm.
Are you man enough to admit that and continue with a relationship with the person that you initially was in a relationship with?
You better be.
I'm just saying, like,
You
that's
opening the window
that's
for
the
it.
question. That's the whole thing. What
That's
they
the
put
Will and
on
Jada
dis-
shit,
that's
yeah.
what they put on display,
And that's the
there.
Will and Jada shit. And I mean, my whole thing is this, because at the end of the day, we're getting what they showed or what they spoke about. You know what I'm saying? And it's been mentioned in prior years that they're in an open relationship. When it
Yeah.
came out, they shut it down.
Right? Whether it's true or not.
Yeah, whether it was true or not. My personal opinion, and like I said, opinions like assholes. Everybody got one. You understand what I'm saying? But in my opinion to this, I think, and I'm not just speaking to Will and Jada, I'm speaking to majority of Hollywood and the entertainment world as is. I think in order to have a successful and a longevity of a relationship, there has to be some
Compromise.
compromise and some fucking open end for error.
Compromise.
Because like I said, you're Will Smith
It's a mutual
and
understanding.
Jada
It's
Pinkett.
what you're willing to compromise.
You can get whoever you want in this world.
Well, this one look rotten.
You are at the top of your throne when it comes to this shit. Who ain't gonna want to be with you? You know what I'm saying? So you knowing that and you being secure about yourself, I think there's a lot more open relationships in Hollywood than people talk about.
Probably. Hell yeah.
I think they're just they keep it. It's a secret society thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think in this case and in this situation of how it happened, I think they just happened to scoop somebody that was a little too young for what they had going on.
And he caught feelings.
You know what I'm saying? And he caught feelings. He was already in a fragile state because he was
Yeah.
going through a lot of shit on his own.
Yeah.
I watched this interview.
Yeah, I heard that too.
You know what
I
I'm
heard
saying?
about that shit
And he
too.
was going through a lot of shit on his own. You know, so
Yeah.
not to take away from what he was going through.
No, I'm not. I knew.
You know
I
what
heard
mean?
about that too.
But in the sense of it, he may not have been at the age and mentally at that point in life to deal with
To deal
that
with
type
that.
of situation.
That's definitely a mental buildup.
Because that's a mental buildup, and you gotta have a certain level of maturity of yourself to deal with that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Understand
saying,
that it's just fun.
yeah, it's like saying, yeah, you know, that's Will Smith, my G. Like, come on, that's Mr. Miami.
Yeah.
This nigga been around since the 80s. Parents just don't understand.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the
had
day,
something way badder
you
than
know what
Jada,
it is,
you
my
know what I'm
nigga.
saying?
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? You know this nigga, his side piece is a lot of niggas, everything.
You just took me back. I forgot about that one.
It's the reality. You know what I'm saying? His side piece is a lot of niggas, everything. You know what I'm saying? So when you really bust it down and you sit down like, yeah, he was a kid. He had a hit song at the time. He had one of the top records in the country at the time. He was experiencing a lot of fame at the time. And he bumped into one of them situations. A lot of niggas get these situations on a regular basis. I don't hear these niggas flipping out crying about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
You don't see that shit.
Yeah, and that's why I say like it's different because he's put on a certain scale and he's put in front of the public.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Jiggy with it.
Yeah, he did. He got jiggy with it. That's exactly what he did. You know what I'm
You
saying?
seen his
But
face
he,
when he said that?
yeah, I seen his face. He
got
smiled.
jiggy.
I made another funny. But nah, you know, and I mean, I keep it 100. Like, you know, in that situation and what he was going through, you know, it started to hurt him and it turned more worse when he started to recognize, like, this is Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. Like, she's not.
He respected. He might not
You know,
have said it.
he
on
does
record,
respect it. He does
but
respect
he
it.
respected it by what he said. You could tell.
Yeah.
He was like, I got permission. He didn't get permission, but he understood what
This
the
man was aware of
situation
it.
was.
This
Right,
man was
right.
aware of it. You know what I'm saying? And to the, like I say, to the whole realm of it, you know, it's to see Will and Jada speak about this shit was hilarious because you could tell it looked like Will wanted to say a lot more.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
He wanted the actual truth of the word. You know, women have a tendency to use words to mask certain
Yeah, the
things.
entanglement.
Yeah, the entanglement.
She was in an entanglement.
So that's what I felt like he was trying to get. Like, he was embarrassed, she was embarrassed, but I felt like he was willing to say, like, yeah, I fucked some bitch, and you know what
To
I'm
be
saying?
honest,
That's what
I don't
happened.
even feel like, and that's why I say, like, I don't feel like they were embarrassed because of what the situation is. I feel like they were embarrassed that they had to go on
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can
a
tell.
platform and
And
speak
talk
about
about
what
it.
they got going
'Cause nobody
on
really
the
wants
back
to-
end.
It was 5 years ago.
that's
They
the world
probably
we
had
live in,
this conversation before.
And not only that, it was 5 years ago. You're right. They probably had this conversation before, and she's probably on to her next August Alsina, and he's probably on to his other side piece since then.
You never know.
And it's just keeping it 100, my nigga, because like I said, these are two well-respected, high-profile celebrities. You know what I'm saying? So and I hate to speak so blunt and blatant about this shit.
You know why I
what
think people probably don't get it? Is because Will and Jada are open but super reserved.
Yeah.
Like, it won't be a scandal to them. You know, like like, oh, look at this person's doing this with that. So if someone comes out and says something the way they're gonna handle it, they're not gonna be like, no, he's talking shit. They're gonna be like, well, look, he said what he said, but they're gonna do a real reserved.
Yeah, and I mean,
shit.
and to keep it 100 with them, like in most cases, you never know. Like they smart people.
Yeah,
You know
they're
what
not
I'm
looking
saying?
to but down anybody.
They probably
Especially
looked at it
Will
like,
Smith.
yo,
When
you know
ever
what,
hear
Jada?
Will Smith diss anybody.
Yeah, and also
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they both been in other situations. So when they really sat down and busted down, they probably was like, look, man, it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be a headache if we come out and on some, yo, we separate and getting a divorce. You know, fuck it. You go live your life. I go live my life. I forever got your back. You forever got my back. But hey, yeah, you do your thing. I'll do mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the problem too with that certain scenario at the red table, because there's multiple interviews with Will Smith where he admits that he was the bad husband. He's a bad father to the other son. You know, the other wife left him.
Yeah, that was his first.
So
situation,
we're talking about probably a good couple years before we even get to the situation we talking about.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like I said, man, I think with it, you know, I think people are gonna take it and they're gonna paint their own narrative around it because that's what we do.
Yeah, that's because people are retarded.
You know, but I think with them,
they don't even hear Will say on that interview that he was like, no, and she admitted that Will dumped her. I don't even think people even realize he said that.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the whole thing. People aren't paying attention to shit like that because of the three names that are involved.
No, I also believe it's because it's not Will on trial.
Well, yeah.
If it was Will on trial, every word he said they would recognize.
That too.
Because
it would just look so common.
Yeah.
You know, it would look so common. But that is also another reason why I feel like it's not much being said about it. It's not much backlash being talked about it when it comes to your social media sites and all this other shit, because a lot of these Hollywood couples are in that same situation.
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying that they're looking to get divorced or they're splitting up. They may not be separated. They may not be looking to get divorced. They may not be looking to split up. But you want to know what? You are a very successful person, whether it be man or woman. I understand that we cannot be attached to the hip every day the way this couple thing is designed to be.
It automatically makes
So,
it difficult.
I'm going to have me a little buddy that I could string along with me and keep with me. You're going to have you a little buddy that you can string along and keep with you. Just don't have them all up in the focal point of the camera, and I won't have mine all up in the focal point of the camera.
They can't come to the house. They can't eat dinner.
We already have everything we want. But the being able to be with each other the way we would like to be because of our respective careers.
So it's understanding.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think Hollywood, I think they have a greater understanding to that shit. It's just like saying for people, like, they use the saying when they're in relationships, a nigga who has a lot of time has no money.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You feel what I'm saying?
Give you all the time.
A nigga who has no time has all the money in the world.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because it's the same theory of this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that nigga's busy. He got obligations, contracts he done signed to shoot this movie, to do
not
this.
even on his mind.
I mean, even if it is, it's not on his mind for a grand scale. I love her, I want to hug her. Yeah. No, it's to satisfy appetite real quick and let me get the fuck back on about my business. Yeah. That's what it is. That's the reality of it. That's why it's called a sexual appetite.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because it's a craving, and once the craving is fulfilled, it's gone.
Good, you're full.
You feel you're full. You know what I'm saying? But it's reality. And in Hollywood, they got bread. They got everything they can imagine
that you don't have
want.
to stress about.
You know what I'm saying? Look at what Will Smith is talking about nowadays. This nigga's jumping out of planes. This nigga's diving with sharks. He's doing shit that for a lot of people they won't do because it's the element of fear.
Not even.
He's chasing a whole different high, my nigga.
Fear.
No,
it's a dollar amount too.
I mean the dollar amount too. But he's talking about it on the stature of fear.
Yeah, yeah.
He's not speaking about it because you got niggas that are just as rich as him, but they not jumping out of planes.
I'm preaching that same thing now. I won't jump out of a plane, but I am I am preaching and learning that aspect of getting rid of the fear.
To push the limits of fear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what he's doing. That's where his mind is at. So technically, he ain't even marriage. He been there, done that. The father thing, he's still been there, done that, still doing that because that's a part of his life. You can't shake that.
Away.
That's every day of his life.
Never go away, yeah.
But there are other areas of his life where he's like, you know what? I'm going to push the envelope here because I can't push the envelope no further here.
Yeah, right. You got to get the best out of life.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
there's
for
this
her
saying
too.
I came across that I like and it's not that you live once. It's that you live every day, you die once.
Mm-hmm.
So you're supposed to live every day, and you only die one time. I like that saying a lot better than you only live once, yo.
YOLO. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I mean, that's true shit, you know, because you got to, and that's why I say, like, I get it and I understand the position that they're in. That's why I'm not bashing them in no way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not slandering them in no way, shape, or form. That's still Will Smith and Jada Pinkett to me.
At the end of the day, it's all about your perspective.
It is all about your perspective. You know what I'm saying? They still are who they are to me.
Will and Jada, it works.
Yeah, I'm not going to bash them for it. And I think a lot more of Hollywood has the same scenario and agreement that they have going on. But I don't think Hollywood would speak on it until their situation is outed.
Speak on it unless it was something that affected Hollywood.
Unless their situation is outed.
Or it affects Hollywood.
Put it this way, let it come out tomorrow that Bow Wow was smashing, give me a married couple, Alicia Keys or some shit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
It would have to be something that they denied and been covering up for it to be something big.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? But no, and I mean, I threw the names out there loosely just to throw people that are on a grander scale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bow Wow was once on a grander scale, like August Alsina was, and he's playing the back end now. He's doing more acting, not so much on the hip hop scene.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just changing the narrative with names. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't mean to do that to my nigga Swiss, because Swiss got his own situations going on right now with Drake and shit. You know what I mean? But in the sense of it, it's like I said, you know what I mean? It's a lot of shit going on out there that, to the average mind,
it's complex.
It's hard. It's complex. But to motherfuckers who their mind is on such bigger and greater scales of shit, they're like, man, that shit is minor. Like,
well, for me, it's like, I'm married, I have kids. Those are like the two grandest scales in my life. So anything else underneath that is irrelevant. I mean, I want to create businesses and have careers and shit.
That's you.
But
you not Will Smith, nigga.
Right. And what I'm saying is,
you ain't been a star since 1986.
And that's what I'm saying. So for me, all that other shit, whatever you want to talk about, getting extra, having a second woman, whatever, don't even matter, because my scales are my kids and my family, my wife, and my career follows underneath that scale because I'm trying to provide for that.
Yeah, and that's one way to look at it, of course.
Else is
and it's easy to say that.
Yeah.
But try being worth $100 and something $million. That may not be your narrative no more.
That's what I'm saying. When he said perspective, that's what I meant. For me, in my sense, this is how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because we're in the perspective of average living citizens.
Right.
We're not in the perspective of, oh, I'm worth $250 million. Motherfucker, I could buy this country right now if I want to. That's not us. That's not our lifestyle. So that right now is a situation, and it's an idea that we can't even fathom, technically.
You couldn't. It would be stupid.
Now put $500 million in your life, and you can fathom that fucking idea. You can entertain that thought.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's there. But to speak, and it's like, oh, I ain't never had them problems. I ain't never had them issues. So I don't know where my mind frame would be in that situation and on that stance. I know one thing, to be at a situation in life where it's like, nigga, you have it all.
What else can you get?
What else can you get? What more is just gonna put your idea of life at ease, nigga?
Nothing at that point. But
point exactly.
But you would think there is, but there's nothing.
Really can't think there is, my nigga.
In your mind, you would think because you're chasing something, but in reality, there's nothing.
That's the reality of it. There's nothing, but you're continuously chasing something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like any major drug user.
Yeah, you chasing that first high.
You chase that first high.
You chasing the first high.
No matter how many times you do it, you could be done it 300 times. For some reason, you still trying to get high like that first time,
bro. And you still want that first time.
It's like, what the fuck? Yo, you can't even, your tolerance is up.
He said, man, that first time, though, man, I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. My ears pop.
He said, I seen rabbits flying.
You know what I'm saying? So I get that. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, you have to be up there. Like
you got to be up that
your
echelon. Your
bills got to be paid. You got to be so far ahead in life, financially, emotionally and all that to even deal with that.
Yeah, you gotta be
get
of
on
that
TV
echelon
publicly and talk about it.
You gotta be of that echelon. You have to be of that upper echelon.
So people commenting on Facebook who probably live worse than we do has no relevancy to anything.
No, they have no relevancy.
You don't even have a
relevancy
girlfriend.
to anything. Because at the end of the day, at any given moment, that nigga can say, "Yeah, I'm going through this, but my bills is paid."
Yeah, you don't even have a girlfriend.
I ain't even thinking about bills, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going through this, and this is minor for me to think about right now.
But I'm on
You got the whole stress of life on your shoulders.
Yeah. So your comment means nothing.
You feel what I'm saying? Like it's two different ballparks of life. Like and it wasn't always like that for that man, because at one point in time he was just a regular Joe from Philly who had a baby mother and a son, and at some point his motive and his thoughts were the same exact way.
Yeah.
All I need is this, my family, and I'm
straight.
good. But at some point that man became worth $500 million, however many $1 million. He's a whole different person. His life is of a whole different.
And just to reiterate with that, you gotta remember the wife is still the same she was when he met her, because
she's just as rich.
She's just as rich, but her mentality is not the Will Smith mentality. She's just the wife. Will Smith's out in the world like everybody's trying to grab him and shit. She's just at home like, I'm waiting until he gets home.
That was the first one.
Yeah, the
second one now, she's on the same stature as him.
Yeah. So that's even worse.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say they had to. This is something that for those of that echelon, they have to be of that understanding.
You have to. You got
to work it out.
You got two people that everybody in the world want to be with together.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Like, think about it. That's like a Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Mm-hmm. Every dude in the hood want a Beyonce, and every girl in the hood want a Jay-Z.
And they both X'd each other off the list. They canceled out each other for everybody else in the world.
For real.
Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys.
And we'll have Naomi at one point.
Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. Boom, canceled out. Everybody else. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so you got to look at it. But this is where their understanding of their relationship and what they got going on comes into play. Because it's like saying, all right, I'm going to see you later, baby. I'm going to Diddy's party.
Mm-hmm. And you know
what Diddy parties is about.
You know what'll go down there.
You feel what I'm saying? But the girl, she like, all right, yeah, I'll see you later, nigga. Go ahead.
His FaceTime me and shit.
You feel what I'm saying? But meanwhile, it's like, your average bitch gonna be thinking, this nigga just said he went to Diddy's party.
What you gonna do at that party?
What the fuck
How
are y'all
many girls are gonna be there?
You feel what I'm saying?
What the fuck am I gonna know?
What model are you with? Like, you know what's going on in them events and them places, my nigga.
That was my point in the beginning with men being able, you gotta be able to let your woman do that. Yeah. You gotta be able to be like your woman being like, yo, I'm going to Diddy's party. You know what I'm saying? And be like, all right. Most men can't.
That's why, like I said,
do it. The women will be like, all right, but when it's the role reverse,
I don't think either one. I think they both are jealous on that level to where either one could do it.
I think
you have to be in the right financial space.
Yeah, but I also think women they might be just as jealous, but I think they'll let you more than a man would.
Yeah, because a woman will be quicker to join.
Well, not even to just join. They're quicker to give you the benefit of the doubt. So they'd be like, yeah, go to Diddy's party, have fun until you fuck up, nigga. The man already like, nah, bitch, what you gotta go there for? Hold on, let me get dressed. I'm gonna go with you and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't going nowhere, bitch. Go ahead.
But most.
Yeah,
You're talking about me, I wouldn't have that problem. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure about Ed, but
Ed said she is not going to Diddy's party. Look at that nigga shaking his head. That nigga there like, she is not going to Daddy's house.
But then you gotta break it down even further. What if she does do something and that you don't know about?
Mm-hmm.
Would you sit there and rack your brain and be like, what did you do? What happened?
The average person, yeah, they
right.
are.
Or would you just let it be? She come, you have fun? Cool. High five.
I'd be mad as fuck to not get an invite to the motherfucker and keep going.
Like
I wouldn't care.
They'd be ready to join.
Uh-huh.
I didn't say that. I didn't say all of that. I'm just saying how she get the invite.
You still talking about Diddy's party?
Yeah.
He's still on Diddy's party. He said, "I be mad how she get the invite, and niggas ain't even invite me." Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That nigga crazy.
That was my point.
He's still on Diddy's party.
That's my point right there. Like if you got the invite, you wouldn't even tell her. But if she get the invite, I get one.
Going out with the fellas tonight, yo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If she get one now, it's I didn't get one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but that's my point. Is when men can get rid of that. you can accomplish a lot more with your relationship.
That's why I say you have to be of a certain echelon. You have to be something financial can't be a burden in your relationship. Something of stature can't be a burden in your relationship.
Yeah, that's
you know what
true.
I'm saying? All of those things
That
have
is
to
true.
be in
That is
place.
true.
And
Not to say rich.
I'm not saying rich.
Right, but
I'm just saying.
But the water got to be on.
I'm saying
like the water got to be on.
Of course. I'm not saying rich, but what I'm saying is those are things that cannot be of burden to your relationship. Y'all have to be at a level where life is at a cool, smooth.
That if something happens,
you know what I'm saying?
That if something happens when you're playing this outside game, it doesn't affect the financial status of the game you got
the
going
home
on
game.
with each other. Yeah.
Exactly. So they're able to play those games. You feel what I'm saying? Your average Joe Schmo can't.
No. Because if she outs you or she gets a baby, you ain't got enough money to abort that shit.
Exactly. And not even. You just ain't got enough. You ain't got enough money to say, fuck all of you guys. I'm still going to be with her, but I'm going to take care of my responsibility.
Yeah, right. That's
you ain't
true.
got the bread to do that.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Because once you got the bread to do that and you can tell everybody, fuck you,
Your
piss
decision
off,
is
suck my dick,
your
lick
decision's
ass.
a little bit easier.
Yeah, your decision is easier to say
put
that
me on
and
child
nobody
support,
else is
fuck
going to
it.
say nothing. Anybody else is going to be like, yeah, well, I mean,
I don't make that much
fuck,
money.
he
She
rich, he
put
going
me
to take
on-
care of all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it falls into that. But in the sense of it, beforehand, for a regular Joe Schmo, it's not that. It's nah, this nigga broke. Y'all about to be struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's getting the short end of the stick here. Everybody gonna be fucked up.
Shit's fucked up all around.
Nah, my nigga, you gotta think about it. Nigga, they been saying this shit forever, my nigga. Money is power, all this other shit. People don't say shit for no reason, my nigga. And sayings ain't been around over fucking decades and decades of life for no reason, my nigga.
No.
It's because they know the inner workings and the inner secrets of that shit. And right, it does bring power because this can channel to this. This can gain access to that. This will bring this. It's all the inner workings and shit.
It brings power.
Yeah, it's all,
Like just the simplest thing Ooze explained is being able to have the water on and electric on, or if something happens, I got the money to the car breakdown. I'm taking the car out every night. That shit gonna break down eventually.
Yeah.
If it break down and I don't got the money to fix it, then me going out every night is a fucking problem.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to look at it. For a lot of people that do live that lifestyle right now.
They fucked up.
No. I'm saying a lot of for
the opposite end.
for either one. If it's the male or the female that lives that lifestyle right now, they are financially comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That they're able to maneuver like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what that's like.
He said, "I wouldn't know what that's like."
To be real.
Nah, I mean,
Well, you could.
You
It's
could.
just- this also goes to a different conversation about priority of money. Like how you use your money.
Mhm.
Like, nigga, I'm broke as shit, but we fortunately accommodate ourselves pretty well.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
maintain. We
You know what I'm
surviving.
saying? I make sure that we're comfortable. Because that's an important thing too. Maybe
Yeah.
not have enough money, but comfortability also allows.
It's very
you,
important. I think that's more important than money.
Yeah, comfortability allows you to be able to have the confidence to go out and make some money.
Mm-hmm.
So, I try to make sure there's food, the water, the cars are tough. Cars are expensive.
Bills are situated.
Bills are situated, even if they're late or whatever. My power is not off. So, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, I try to make it as comfortable as it is. To the outside person, it might look like I got money. You know what I'm
And
saying?
meanwhile, you really like, man, you motherfucker,
Like, if
you only knew, bitch.
nigga.
You
Like,
only knew.
I don't go to the bar not because I don't drink no more. It's just I don't want to spend that money on that no more.
That shit
yo.
was an expensive habit.
I'd rather take that $120 I drink at the bar and put it into the studio or put it in
Something
to the
else.
car to make sure that it is running, or the gas, making sure that the gas tanks are always full, so there's not a situation where you're like, hey, I just need $5 for gas.
Mhm.
Whenever I go put gas, I'm either putting it on full or I'm putting like 20 or more.
It's
You
a
know
whole
what I'm
fact.
saying?
That's a whole fact.
I grew up with that. Let me put 5. Let me put 3. Let me put 10. And that really don't help. And then it's the comfortability. You
Yeah.
put 5 in, you can only drive that shit for $5 worth of gas.
You know you going to where you got to go and back.
And hopefully where
Especially
you
now.
going, don't take another 5 to get back.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that anymore. I mean, I might not have the money to do that, like per se. Like some people be like, yo, you can save money by, and I'm like, yeah, well, I'd rather be comfortable with the fact that if I drive the car and take it, and then she jump in it afterwards, it's not on E. Like,
So I like to know I could go from here to Miami and back right now. Goddamn it.
Yeah, and when I get home and she drive the car or someone else take it out, it don't have to go to the gas station all the time. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep it comfortable like that.
That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact, my G. And like that's why I say, man, in that situation and in that sense, man, I salute and respect both of them. You know, I respect the way that they stood up to the situation.
Yeah,
because
that was a good look.
It could have been easier to just tuck your tail and cower away through it.
I think with the platform and then Will being who he is and the platform that they have, they were able to jump in front of it before it turned into a TMZ interview or some shit like that. Where now
they made it easier for the next couple that's about to get busted because somebody else is coming out. I'm telling you, somebody else is coming out.
But
mark my
question
words.
is, why did he do that?
Huh?
My question was, why did August bring it up?
Well, nah. I mean, I think he was just speaking on everything he went through within that past period of time because he went through some things and he felt like he lost himself, and now he's feeling like he's getting back, you know, into reality.
This is the same dude
with
we seen
himself.
in Beach Him.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? And he's getting back to himself, and it's all coming full circle for him.
Yeah.
So
remember when? Not just to cut you off. Remember when we seen him in Beach Him that night? We were just like, "What the fuck is this dude?" Son?
Dead ass. Yeah, that's a whole fact. That just goes to show. You know what I'm saying? Look, he went from Beecham to now we talking about this dude busting Jada Pinkett.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, it just goes to show that think about the roller coaster of life he went on from there to there.
Yeah. I was just thinking about this earlier today because I remember that day. Well, we knew who he was, but it was like all of Beecham didn't know.
Yeah, and
he was
we probably the only
performing.
niggas in there singing the song.
Yeah, he was performing, and all of Beecham was quiet, just like. And we were like the only people, you know, our group of people that was singing the song. Like, yo, we know this nigga. We thought he was famous.
Yeah,
we was like, yo, they don't know who this is. Everybody was like, who's that?
And that wasn't the first time that happened to me out here.
Yeah.
That happened to me in Destinies with Ace Hood.
Really?
When Khaled first bring Ace Hood out here, it was like right around Pro Styles, like right before Pro Styles' birthday party, I want to say. But it's when Ace Hood had the song Cash Flow.
Yeah,
I need it on that joint. When they performed that joint at Destiny, like, and it was crazy because somehow it was a drunk, crazy night. One of those nights here, Johnny came out. Somehow I got on stage with them niggas.
Yeah.
Whole fact. But in the sense of it, and I remember that night, like, so crazy because I was smack drunk.
Yeah.
But my whole biggest upset of that night was that was one of, like, my shits at the time. That was my joint. And nobody else nobody was giving the response that I was giving to this record. And I was getting highly upset.
Yeah.
I would have took the mic from Ace Hood and been on some Snoop Dogg shit that night. Like y'all don't love Ace Hood and me? Y'all don't love us? I know where I'm at. I'd have dead went in on it for that nigga because I really, really felt like, yo, I was really hype about that song. You know what I'm saying? I was really, really like, that record gave me energy. It was what a record was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Salute to Khaled and Ace Hood. You know what I'm saying? But I was highly upset that that Destiny didn't recognize
who he was.
Or didn't recognize what they were hearing. You know what I'm saying? Because let it be one of the joints that you pulling up to the club playing and everybody outside like, oh. But the nigga right here in front of you performing it and everybody's looking around like.
They'll be like, where did this song come from? Who sings
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit had me hot that night, man. But that's why I say I had the same thing. It was this August Alsina shit all over again. All over. And
that was crazy because I remember that night. We were there up at the top, and I was just like, yo, this nigga's here? And everybody was just mad quiet. The whole club. And I was just like, why are they quiet? They don't know this nigga? You ask somebody, they're like, we don't know who this is.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, I thought he was famous.
Yep.
How you didn't know who the fuck he was?
But that happened to us with a few people in Beecham.
Yeah.
There's a few people that happened
not
with.
performing. They were just in there, I think.
Like, look at Trinidad James.
He was in there.
He was in there the one night. He performed. Everybody looking at that nigga like. And what really hurt my heart was even T-Pain.
I wasn't there for T-Pain.
And this was after the whole blow up of T-Pain.
That T-Pain thing was like a concert thing.
This is after the T-Pain done been on stage, had the light, been the big super duper star. This was after all of that. And yo, the show that he had at Beecham, it wasn't even sold out.
Yeah, that was like a concert.
I was
type
shocked. Remember, I told you I went to that.
thing. The August Alsina thing was like a freak Sunday weird thing. They were just like, we brought somebody to perform.
I think it was a Friday.
It was a Friday.
If I remember correctly, it was a Friday.
Friday?
I think it was a Friday.
Yeah, it was when they were trying to have like open mic night type deals.
Yeah, I want to say it was a Friday because if I remember correctly, it wasn't First Friday, so it wasn't even all that packed.
Nah, it wasn't packed.
Yeah.
And then it got pretty big. They played music, but then they were like, they moved the whole stage out and gave this a whole performance. They paid for this shit.
Yeah. I remember that shit.
He had the whole stage lit up and everything.
I remember he was and that's why I say like he wasn't the first one, man. That happened to us with quite a few stars.
Hey, yo, my bad to segue, but since we talking about hip hop and you brought up Trinidad James,
Yeah.
It's a hip hop question.
Sure.
Did he sell his verse to Bruno Mars?
What verse?
Because you know how Trinidad James came out with Go Everything.
Yeah.
Did he sell that verse to Bruno Mars?
Why did you say that though?
Because Bruno Mars came out with the joint and it's like almost the same verse.
Yeah.
Which joint
I mean,
though?
he could have been just stealing it.
The joint from the All Gold Everything.
No, but what joint did Bruno Mars come out with?
The girl say hallelujah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. He's talking about Uptown Funk.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
He
I
said,
don't
just
see the
here for that
relation.
Michelle fight for that white gold. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh huh.
Oh,
That's Trinidad James.
but
verse.
it's.
I don't see the. I see the cadence.
It's the cadence,
The
but
words, too.
the way that
Wow, what did he say?
If you look it up, if you look up the words, you know what I mean, Google it, or just go back to the song and listen to it, and you'll see where it's like he just took that verse and just dissected it.
four lines.
He just dissected the beginning of it. So I'm wondering, like, did he sell that to Bruno?
I'm
Mars?
sure he did. He had to pay him something for it because his words are copywritten.
You dig what I'm saying? That was just a random hip hop question. So
Now that
I'm sure he
that
did.
might be the
Trinidad
circumstance.
That was a good question.
That might be the circumstance.
And you're right. That might actually be the circumstance of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it actually, not to my book because I didn't even recognize it, but to your knowledge,
I caught it.
that actually kept Trinidad relevant for you.
It did.
You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, it may have worked out that way. I'm not really too sure.
Especially because once the Bruno Mars came out, it was almost like, wow, he just paid homage to Trinidad James. I couldn't see Bruno Mars doing that before I heard that song.
That's a whole fact.
Yeah, there's a lot of things
two different
that
sides of the musical spectrum.
There's a lot of
you know
things
what I mean?
too we forget that these major studios in which people
Behind the
producing,
scenes, yeah.
they're all in the same buildings and shit.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right.
You know, they all cross each other's paths eventually and shit.
There's a lot going on behind.
That's kind of like what's going on with Pusha T.
Yeah.
Y'all seen that? Like,
Nah, I
y'all
didn't
seen
see
anything about that?
Nah.
So there's a Pop Smoke record that came out, you know what I mean? R.I.P. to Pop Smoke, you know what I mean? His album just came out as well.
Yeah, 50 just dropped.
Fire. I like it. I think you guys should check that out.
I will.
You know what I'm saying? It's really different. But with the album, there's a deluxe version that was coming out. On the deluxe version, there's a track there with Pop Smoke, Gunna, Young Thug, and Pusha T. It was on the project. Okay. On the project, Pusha T put down a crazy-ass verse where he basically bodied Drake again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, after the record got out and it started to circulate because somebody leaked it, it got to Drake. Now they're saying that insiders are saying Drake is calling labels and putting back end connections to work to shut the track down.
Pulling strings.
Yeah, pulling strings to get the track pulled. You know, and
you can't have nobody trying to derail.
It's causing backlash because, you know, you got Young Thug that's like, if I'd have knew you was gonna do that on the track, I wouldn't even got on it, you know. You know, so it's all that. There's a whole lot behind it. But it is a dope track. The track is called Paranoia. You know what I'm saying? It's a Pop Smoke joint. It's a dope track. Check it out. Pusha T verse on it was hard. You know what I'm saying? There was some shots fired at Drake.
Yeah.
Drake been taking quiet shots though on all his projects. You know what I'm saying? It's just, do you catch it or not?
Yeah, it's
really.
all subliminal.
Yeah, it's do you catch it or not? You know what I'm saying?
It's meant for him, not
but
for
in
us.
what Pusha was talking about, I think it was kind of blatant. There wasn't no indiscrepancies to it. You know what I'm saying? It was more of a, we know what happened. We know what it is.
Yeah.
And for those who pay attention and know hip hop, they know what's up too. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of them situations, you know. But like I was saying, that situation is kind of like the other shit we was just talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's just shit getting tangled up.
Nah, but that was a good question, Ed.
Yeah, man. But on a high note and on a fly note, man, let's jump into some more music before we jump into Today in Hip Hop.
Yeah, man. Let's play a track. Then we'll go into Today in Hip Hop, and then we'll head out of here, man.
You already know.
What we got over there, Ed? Let's play.
I think we got to throw on a ground wave joint.
I was just about to say, because Hanzo tuned in earlier.
It's only
so I don't know if he's still there, but, you know, we'll play one.
I know there's something in here we haven't played. I know there's a couple.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch of grind wave and
more than a
shit
handful,
that we haven't
bro.
played.
Yeah. We played Get the Money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did.
We played The Night Schemes. I like that joint.
Yeah, me too.
John Wick.
We got to get towards the end of that list.
Yeah.
On the Birds of Prey list.
What about the... Oh, hang on.
What about the Birds of Prey?
Where is the Birds of Prey?
It should be like a folder in Grime Wave. They go to the Grime Wave folder.
Yeah, I'm in there, but I don't see that.
Then there should be a Birds of Prey. Should be like 12 songs or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
No?
I don't see that.
Do you see a folder that says Hanzo Blade?
Yeah, but Hanzo Blade. Yeah.
Yeah, and then check that folder. There should be a Birds of Prey in there.
There you go.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. It's in Hanzo's folder.
So we're looking at which one haven't we played from in here?
We should be on the latter side of the.
Yeah, we should be on the
Habit.
The
Moment of
Abbott.
Time.
No, towards the end of that list.
Drum. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Drum Machine.
Just try Drum Machine. I don't think we played that one.
Nah, we haven't.
Featuring Lace, Fuge, and Enos.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Drum Machine.
Drum Machine.
Yeah,
by Hanzo Blade.
Shout out to Hanzo Blades and the whole ground wave movement. We're gonna jump into the track Drum Machine off of the Birds of Prey project. Y'all already know what it is, man. Salute to them.
Yeah, shout out Hanzo Blade and Grind Wave, man.
All right, here we go.
Mastermind, baby.
Just a block boy, show him how to run the scheme. All I had was my music that wasn't under streams. But it seems all that mumbling is for the green. Fuck the fame, suffocated till it doesn't breathe. Look, I'm only chilling with greats, the pen and the paint. The legacy you're mixing these tapes, your digital frame is nothing if I dig in the crates. Lace, be the name, getting rid of the fakes. Hate me in the cypher cause I spit in your face. Pray to the gods if I get in your way. Strafe, whipping fast while I'm ditching the state. Safe, in the stash for my villainous traits. Chase, for the bag till it's sit in the case. Pace, do it fast, not a minute to wait. Put the fear in that. Lace and Hanzo, this a mirror match. Shout out to the 90s, still excited when I hear the scratch.
All I see is blinking lights. 950, 12, MP60. Microphone phenomenal. All I see is blinking lights. 950, 12, MP60. I continue like a saga do.
Hit the block 19, pitching buttercream. Fed them non-stop, every shift 100 fiends. Shit was wild, every corner had the junkie lean. Pigs was foul, they'll arrest you just for puffing green. Chips and bags of Wise Out with the onion rings. Rubber bands, pound fingertips, money green. Handcuffs on my wrist made my mother scream. A pre-trial, peace out, I'm on the running team. I dipped on them like a nugget with the honey wings. My stash box leftovers fed a hungry king. Imagine having pretty nightmares and ugly dreams. A dark cloud hovering over a sunny scene. You could say my past was dirty crimes and muddy schemes. Funny thing, I went from bummy jeans to whipping something clean. I'm so focused, even looking through a fuzzy screen. Ain't nothing that's gonna come between me and my drum machine.
All I see is blinking lights. 950, 12, MP60. Microphone phenomenal. All I see is blinking lights. 950, 12, MP60.
saga.
Yeah, 20 pages with a pen on my thoughts of a purpose. Poverty stricken, my vision crayed all with the verses. Made me versatile. Who you know this fresh, just spitting bars like this? You better turn it down. Made men, middle of Middleton, I was caged in. Same clothes, I spent days staying at the days in. Amen, this pencil been my best friend for years. I done went through my fears, had to fend off my peers. This the cycle, you recycle bars with light flows. We go twice as hard, I'm psycho when the mic record. I'm vital with a vinyl, Lord, authentic. The studio where I reside. I could get through anything with God and music by my side. All this blood, sweat, and tears, I done cried, I survived. This is fate, don't say it to my face, face the fire. Got the summer gleam, I could flood the scene with 100 things. But I'm busy getting busy on this drum machine. All I see is blinking lights. 950, 12, MP60.
Microphone phenomenal.
Back in the building, you already know what it is. It's the one they call O's.
And it's Lucas.
Yes, sir.
Loogie, baby.
Syph back there on the ones and twos, EQing and Qing the E for us. You already know.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Big shout out to Hanzo Blaze and the Ground Wave family.
Yeah.
That was another joint off of the Birds of Prey project. What was
Yeah.
the name of that joint again?
Oh, I forgot what he just said. Drum Machine.
Drum Machine.
Drum Machine.
You know what I mean? So big shout out to them with that one.
Yeah, man. Their sound is always authentic for them, man. It's always every song that I hear. I even hear some new ones they've been posting up. I'm like, yo, they have. Not saying all the music sounds the same, but they have a distinct sound that they stick to. I
Definitely.
like that,
you know what I mean? And their sound just takes you back, man.
Yeah.
You know, and with the whole idea of taking it back, you know what I mean? Why don't we jump into today in hip hop?
Today in hip hop history.
Yes, sir.
For the week, past week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna cycle through this real quick. We're not gonna get too much into a discussion of it today, but you need to know these things.
Indeed.
So one of my favorite movies, which is like, it just like seems B-rated or whatever, but it's one of my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like iconic sayings and shit, you know? Well, Grand Hustle Records, they released the soundtrack to the film Hustle and Flow, July 12th, 2005.
Hey, man.
He said, hey, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, skinny man, don't tell me, man. You
Said the hood love you, man.
Yeah, that's
Come back
my
home, man.
Go get that microphone, man.
You know what I'm saying? Remember when
that's
he
my
told little
shit.
boy, hey, dry that shit up, man.
Yeah, that was my shit, dog.
Yeah, you already know, man. That's a classic, man. That was definitely
That's
one.
it's like before that you never seen this nigga play a role like that.
Who?
Really.
Who?
Terrence.
What you mean?
Like he always used that accent, like whenever he plays like hood movies, but the whole like semi-drug dealer rapper thing, he's writing rhymes. I just thought that was so funny to me at the moment. Cause you know, Terrence Howard is a good actor.
But that's like, you remember his role in Sunset Park?
Oh my God, Sunset Park. I can't remember his actual role, but I remember that movie.
He was Spaceman. They used
Spaceman.
to call him Spaceman because he
Was
was
he the
always
bum?
high. Nah, he was always high. Remember he was in the back of the bus, they was on the way to the game, and he lit the joint. She was like, who's smoking that on here? That nigga sat down low in the seat. They called him Spaceman.
Yo,
that was one of his
I
more
feel
weirder
like,
roles,
I also
too.
feel like Hustle and Flow is the beginning of Empire. You know, like...
Oh, you mean
if
him
he
and
didn't
the
do
dynamic of him and Cookie on screen. Yeah,
like,
it definitely is.
Like, if he didn't do Hustle and Flow, he wouldn't have done Empire.
I think, see, I
If
got
you think
what
there
you're
was
saying, 'cause
another
that's a
actor
different-
of Hustle and Flow, I don't think...
It definitely was a stepping stone.
No,
Right.
I think that brought the dynamics of him and Taraji P
Yeah.
on screen for people. You know what
They
I'm
had
saying?
to
So
be
I think
sitting together
Empire
one
was
day
like a
you know
shoe-in.
what? We
Yeah.
need to take this idea and run with it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, they
Empire
were like,
was a shoe-in.
they were like, oh, the kind of character we need is DJ.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we need DJ, but we need Empire DJ and shit.
Yeah.
He said, DJ, man. All right, next up, Lil' Kim.
The
And
Ill Nana.
she was born July 11th, 1974.
I'm bugging. I just said the
No,
Ill
that's
Nana.
not
That
the
was
Lil'
Fox
Nana.
Boogie.
You know what's crazy? My man was playing
It
Lil'
was
Nana
almost
yesterday.
like comparable.
Yeah, they were. You was playing what, Foxy shit yesterday?
No, I'm saying the El Nana, that's Foxy. But they you could almost look at them like almost the same artist at that time. They
Yeah.
they was
Nah,
neck and
you
neck.
was playing it though. Remember we was listening to her.
Oh, the Foxy. Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That was a more recent joint though. That was the
It can't be
what do you
more
call it?
recent than what time? That's the last time she
what's
wrote
it?
a song.
The Olga Sessions or whatever her name.
Tell me
Inga?
2010 because that's
Inga.
not recent, nigga.
Her
That's
name is
2020.
Inga
Yeah, her real
Project.
name is Inga.
The Inga Project. That's after she lost her hearing. If
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
All right. This is another. Well, we know one half of the group. Synonymously, a lot of people know him. A lot of people have probably forgot about this dude, but Timbaland and Magoo. They released their debut single.
Debut. They debut.
They released their debut single, Up Jumps the Boogie, July 11th, 1997.
That was that joint too. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that was that joint too. Had
I
Aaliyah
just
on
like
it.
Magoo's voice. Yo.
Shout out to Aaliyah, or rest in peace to Aaliyah. It actually had their whole camp on that record.
You remember the
If I
other
remember
single off
correctly.
of that joint though?
It might have.
Because I think there was like a chant.
Missy on there too.
I think there was, if I remember correctly, the chant was like everybody, all of them saying it. It had Aaliyah saying it on the up front.
The main vocal.
But it was like, give it up, we gon' show you how we party. And everybody was kind of behind it.
Like a crowd thing.
Yeah, because you had Player that was signed to them at that time. You had Aaliyah. You had Genuine. You had
I forgot Genuine was part of that
Magoo.
shit.
You had all those artists were really under Timbaland at that time.
Yeah, basically.
Missy. You know,
He was
so
making all the beats.
all of them were of that same umbrella. But yeah, man, big shout out to them because that was a dope record.
Shout out to Magoo, man, too. I forgot about him for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good music coming from Virginia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Virginia's always made good music, man. Hurricane Chris.
Bay, bay, bay.
Remember, we had a conversation about this way back a couple weeks ago about artists that came from Virginia, and that's who I was fucking thinking about.
You know,
Right?
he just got arrested. He just got locked up like 2 weeks ago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he just got
I
on a
don't-
murder charge.
I'm sorry, that just clicked in my head at that
On a
moment.
murder charge. It's funny that you even said that because he just got caught up on a murder charge about
okay.
2 weeks ago, I want to say.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. All right, moving on. Speaking of murder, rest in peace. Tragedy Gaddafi, formerly known as the Intelligent Hoodlum, released his self-titled debut album July 10th, 1990, which is titled
What year?
Intelligent Hoodlum. July 10th,
1990.
1990.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, for real.
Yeah.
Slept on. Talk about slept on.
Slept on a long time.
Yeah. Because
Wow.
the early 90s, you know what I mean? West Coast kind of had
A little
Drake
grip.
came
They had a
out.
grip, man.
you know.
It was a Biggie and Pac thing, you know?
I'm talking about before that.
Well-
Talking about 90s. Early 90s.
Oh, okay.
And wait, who we
1990.
talking about
This
again?
is
Gaddafi?
this
Tragedy
Tragedy Gaddafi in 1990.
Is this still the same track Gaddafi we talking about with Nas and them?
I
That's
would
that's
assume
a good
so.
question, but it looks like
Because you remember the one that had the joint, they say the good Lord giveth, then he take it away. He had that, it was on his project.
yeah. That's,
I would assume
Tragedy
so.
from Queens.
There wasn't.
That's
too-
what I'm saying.
there
We talking
wasn't
about the
too
same
many
person?
Tragedy Gaddafi's, right?
no, because you're thinking of the other person. You thinking of
The one with Pac.
from the West
Yeah.
Side. from
Nah,
the-
he was just Gaddafi.
One of the outlaws.
yeah, Gaddafi.
Okay, and Tragedy Gaddafi.
Tragedy Gaddafi is East Coast.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, because you said West Coast, and I'm like, nah.
There is a difference.
No, well,
There
he
is a
was
difference.
saying the West Coast had a big grip.
And that was his debut project, right?
Yes.
All right, so this one I'm talking about is like a 2000 project or something like that.
Yeah. Tragedy Gaddafi and Gaddafi is part of the outlaw. Oh, Gaddafi is part
Part of
the
the
outlaw.
Outlaws. Tragedy Gaddafi is Queens.
Yeah. All right. Plus, Tragedy Gaddafi. I mean, regular Gaddafi is from Jersey anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another dope group. We always bring this up. We guys up. We have it once or twice. Excuse me. The Ghetto Boys released their fourth album, We Can't Be Stopped, the July 9th, 1991. And if you don't remember this album cover, this is the little midget on a hospital bed.
Yeah, that's
see
Bushwick Bill.
Yeah,
Bill
Bushwick
with the-
Bill
with the
going
Star
push,
Trek
being
phone.
pushed by these niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Funny cover looking. and
I
shit.
think that was the cover from when he shot himself in the eye or something like
Yeah.
that.
In his cheek.
Exactly.
In his cheek.
It's in his cheek.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
he
that
shot
was that
himself in
cover.
the eye. No, somebody shot him in the
Bandage
eye.
looks like it's
I thought it
think
was
his
his
girl-
eye.
I
He
think
shot
his-
himself in the
I
eye.
think his girl shot him in the eye.
Yeah, he lost an eye.
in that picture is he doesn't have the bandage over his eye. It's over his cheek, but I don't know.
He took it off. Look at his eye. It's red.
Okay, I see what you're saying. It's peeled down. That's why.
He said it,
okay.
it's in one of their songs too. He was like, "You shot me in my eye, bitch."
Yeah.
It's the
I would
eye.
have shot you in the leg, but you shot me in the eye.
Uh-huh.
yeah. You got it.
Classic.
Yeah, they're all classic shits, man.
And rest in peace to Bushwick Bill,
Yeah,
man.
as well. Yes.
1991.
Okay.
good year.
Next dude is Percy P. You know Percy P?
Sound
I
familiar.
can't say I've heard of him.
In this picture, he looks a little bit of an older gentleman, so I'm not quite sure as to of a group or music. The name sounds more R&B-ish. Not sure though. But he was born July 9th, 1969.
Sound like Pleasure Pete.
No. Pleasure P, I don't consider R&B. They were like
69.
Yeah. So, moving on here. Oh, classic right here.
What you
Houdini released their self-titled album July 8th, 1983. 83 was a good year, baby.
Freaks come out at night.
Yep.
What?
Yes. That's
We was
literally
Huh?
We was talking about that the other day.
this song literally came out, let's see, 7, 8, about 20 days after I was born.
What was that?
A little less than that. This album, Houdini.
Oh, the Freaks come out at night.
Yeah.
Freaks come out.
Oh, here goes. This guy could be considered a legend. He's incredible. He's still relevant right now. He has a separate group. But Killer Mike, and he released his third solo album, I Pledge Allegiance to the Grind 2, July 8th, 2008.
Big shout out to Killer Mike.
Killer
man.
Mike is the living legend in my eyes right now, along with your other dude with the gray beard. I always forget his name.
Oh, you talking about David Banner?
Yeah, David Banner. I think they're doing really huge positive things outside of the music.
Outside of the.
And I think also Killer Mike released another, him and his group, him and his homie, they released another Drop the Jewels recently.
Oh yeah.
I'm
You
not
mean Run the Jewels.
Run the Jewels. I think and if I'm wrong, then I think the fucking album might be called Drop the Jewels. Maybe, I don't know. But I think they released a recent one recently.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Shit,
look
in
that
today's world, it could be. That sounds like something that's needed.
Yeah, I swear I seen an ad or of something that their album was either came out or it's coming out, one or the other.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Eric B and Rakim released their debut album, Paid in Full, July 7th, 1987.
Classic.
With the big chains and medallions and everything.
Yeah, that definitely
Go
sparked
BBSs.
the movement at that time. That definitely encapsulated and embodied the whole movement at that time.
Somebody somewhere still driving around with gold BBSs.
Right?
Yo, that's real facts, bro. I got people from up north that send me pictures and with pictures with that shit and be like, "This is the real shit." You know what I'm saying? Like, all right,
nigga.
Gold BBSs?
Yeah.
Shining.
Another really dope living legend right now doing his thing in the podcast world, man. Noriega.
Big shout out to
He
Nori.
released his debut album, N-O-R-E, Niggas on the Run Eating, July 7th, 1998.
Yo, I
Big
just wanna
shout
make
out to
a note.
Nori,
I just
man.
wanna make a
98
note
was
here.
a big year for
Yeah.
music. A lot of great albums
said 98
came
was
out
a
in
good year.
98. 98 was a huge year for hip hop.
Yo, look at the features on the. If you look at the cover, the artist featured.
Yeah,
Hold on.
You got
Busta,
legendary.
Big,
You got Busta.
Nas, The Lox, Cool G Rap.
Hell yeah. You got Jadakiss,
I can't remember the
Fat
rest.
Joe,
Well, it says The
Pun.
Lox. So
All-star lineup.
Nature. I said Nas.
I don't remember, but I said Nas.
He's on there. Yeah, he's on the
Busta,
front.
we said
Pharrell.
that already. We said Big Punisher,
Okay.
right? Big Pun.
Pharrell, who also
But that-
produced a lot of
yeah.
records on that album.
Yeah.
Who else? Who am I missing from there that was on that album? Was Foxy on a joint on that album?
Had to be.
I would assume so, but I
Could
don't
be
know. I
wrong.
can't remember. Because this is
Damn,
his
man.
debut.
was the-
Carl
I don't-
Thomas was on that album.
Yeah, that was the joint.
That was actually my
I
favorite
Love
joint on that album.
Live, yeah.
Yeah, that was actually one of my favorite cuts on that album. But big shout out to Nore, man. I just seen on his Instagram he was actually playing footage from the release party of that album.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And it was super dope for him to take people down memory lane on that one, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it just
No, he's crazy, man.
Dope time.
They doing the drink champs in front of each other again now, and this thing got the whole shield on and
Yeah.
everything.
Nori crazy, man.
Yeah.
Big shout out to NOR, man, on that one, man. That's a classic album, man. And like I said, 98 gave you a lot of classics. It's Dark and Hell is Hot, Hard Knock Life Volume 2. A lot of classics came out that year. That was a great year. You know what I'm saying? But big shout out to him.
Yeah, and then shout out to Nori, man. I follow a lot of his shit, man. I'm a fan of his as well. Next we got here's a super classic for more older heads. Dougie Fresh and the Fresh Crew, and the Get Fresh Crew. I'm sorry, and they released their debut album. Oh my God, July 7th, 1986.
On the same day as
my lady wasn't even born yet.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah, man. For me, I remember that shit, you know.
Yeah, of course. That was classic shit.
Yeah, my parents were young, so it was like I was kids with them.
You were
know
just learning how to dance at that time.
Yeah, like my parents are young enough that it was like we were friends. Like I'm you know what I'm saying? Like I'm listening to this shit and they listening to it. We doing the same shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've heard of this dude. I can't remember songs from him. I don't even know what albums he has.
Who was that?
Charisma. I remember this name, but I cannot remember to the life of me what it's from.
I don't
say he was born in 1973.
Yes. He was born July 6, 1973. So he's had to put albums out in the 80s, obviously.
Or in the 90s.
Or the early 90s, yeah.
No, I don't remember him.
Yeah, I've heard of the name. I just can't remember what it's attached
or something
to.
like that.
Yeah. And now we're moving on and shit. Shout out to Charisma, man. We'll look that up ourselves. This picture that I'm looking at, it has to be a picture from when he did the movie. And I'm talking about 50 Cent. And happy belated. It was his birthday, July 6, 1975.
Definitely was.
Which,
Big
if you
shout
follow
out
him on
to Fifth.
Instagram or anything, you would have known that because I seen the pictures. But the picture they got here, man, he's skinny, super skinny. So this is either got to be like the very beginning or when he did that movie.
What cover is that you're looking at?
It's not a cover. It's just a picture.
Oh, yeah. It could be from when he shot that movie.
Yeah, it has to be because he got like no shoulders. He got.
You say 50 was born in 75?
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
So that means 50 just
50.
turned 45.
Oh, 45. Right. 45. Yeah.
45
A lot of
years
rappers
old.
ain't as young as they look.
Shout out to Fifth, man. Big
Well,
shout out to
a
Fifth.
lot of rappers weren't as young as we thought they were when their careers were there.
Who also right now is being called out by T.I. for the verses.
Oh yeah, we never brought that up.
I know
But
y'all
yeah,
seen
real
that.
quick opinions don't get detailed.
I don't want to
50
get too
or
deep.
T.I.?
Ooh. Y'all go first.
All right, I asked the question. 50 or T.I.? Fast, no elaborations. I don't want to hear if, well, it depends.
You going 50?
I'm going 50.
You going 50?
You?
I fucking love Tip.
I do too.
You know what I'm saying?
couldn't
I'm
answer
not
it
going
that
to talk
quick.
about T.I.
I wasn't the biggest Tip fan.
I couldn't.
No, I
enjoy
love
his
Tip.
music.
No, listen to what
I
I'm
enjoy his
saying.
music, but
No, listen to what I'm saying. I like Tip. T.I. is good.
Okay.
But I've always liked Tip.
T.I.P.
50 Cent is just 50 Cent. He don't have those two versions, but he got the same quality of music. But I would go with 50 Cent only because I feel like a lot of his music is more mainstream than what Tip had, not T.I. Like 50 Cent's rugged shit is more mainstream than what Tip had as mainstream. That was more for Atlanta niggas in the South.
That's kind of hard.
Look, T.I. had Grand
That's
Hustle
hard.
Entertainment, you know what I mean? 50 Cent had G-Unit. I feel like G-Unit was moving a lot more
Commercially.
being pushed in New York and going nationwide and worldwide than Grand Hustle did. So as a two conglomerate empire, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
with
but that's
50.
why I said don't get intricate.
Just about the music. Just about the music. I'm going with 50.
I would go with 52 because of music, because of what I just said. For me, because of Tip and T.I.
Now-
T.I. could compete with 50, but Tip couldn't. As far as it being like out in the world.
It's gonna be a hard battle. And I would go 5th for just like a hair of a reason. You know what I'm saying? And that's because, and it's not because Tip got just as big records as 50.
Yeah.
Let's remember,
He
Tip
does.
gonna give you the I like my beat, down low, down
Right,
low.
right.
That's coming from Tip. You feel what I'm saying?
He probably got a lot more. He probably got a
He
lot.
got way more records under the hat.
This is enough features.
You know what I'm saying? But what Mike said about the 50s joints that weren't supposed to be commercial still ended up being commercial smashes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Like, look at Many Men.
it's kind of hard. Yeah, like look at Many Men. Look at What Up Gangsta.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
had
Like
more impact on the music world.
those records, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You were comfortable playing a gangster record.
Yeah, and then Tip, you
Things got
had to
gangsta
have
when
his
G-Unit
album to
came
be
in.
able to listen to
The
those.
scene,
It's a tough one, man. And I really don't want to just say 50 because I don't want people to be like, oh, he's from New York, so of course he's going
exactly.
50.
I'm not from New York,
I don't
so
want it
I
to
ain't
be
got no
that
problem
way.
with
You
it.
know
like
what I'm
this.
saying? But
you heard a lot more music with sirens in it. You know what I mean?
not to be honest, no. To be honest, no.
No?
And that's what a lot of people don't give Tip that credit for. My nigga, trap music is a classic.
It is.
Urban Legend can be considered a classic.
I don't take none of the catalog away.
Then you got King. King is a classic. Paper Trail, to some, can be considered a classic. You know what I'm saying? His first album, which you got some that'll consider it a classic. I don't, you know what I'm saying? For me, that was the only album where it was like, I was like, all right, he was ahead of his time. They didn't get the message. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was a big fan of since the first album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My favorite joint on the first album was Pussy Pumper. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that show, like, I've been rocking out with that nigga just as long as I've been rocking out with 50.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it goes back also again to what I was saying about artists is that, like, we heard T.I. when he came on the scene with his first album. You know what I'm saying? But for us of that music industry shit, the first time we heard 50 was in like late 97.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the How to Rob and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like we know that project that 50 had coming beforehand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there could have been joints off of that would have still been ringing today had it got put out the right way. You know what I'm saying? But I just think in that one, I got to go 5th, man. I love T.I., man. I love Tip. That's one of my favorite artists. But I just feel like 20 tracks for 20 tracks.
It's going down to the wire.
It is going to go down to the wire.
It ain't going to be easy.
It is going to go down to the wire.
But then again, you have to have the support of the South behind you, really.
Nah, because Tip get love, man.
He do get love,
Tip
but
get love.
if we're gonna put in songs that like Only Living Here, I wind up listening to. What are people up north? You know, they're not gonna be those Tip songs.
They know the I Like My Beat down low.
But that's more commercial. Let's talk about like what's the album called where he versed himself pretty much.
T.I. versus T.I.P.
Right. In that one, there's Tip songs in there that I love. But how many people are gonna really be able to know that and shit? You know what I'm saying?
Real hip hop heads.
You would hope so.
Because like me, and if they go into a battle, I understand he got tracks like Many Men. I understand tracks like What Up Gangsta. I understand those tracks. But Tip got tracks like Dope Boys in the Trap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when that come on, I already know how hype I get. And I'm like, that was one of them joints.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't get the commercial success of a What Up Gangsta, but it still hyped you up with that intensity.
Well, that's my point, though. I feel like sometimes in a lot of these battles, like me and you, we could talk like that. But when you talk about just majority, we're gonna lean that way. We're gonna lean to what they know.
Yeah.
That's how those. I feel like that's how those battles get won. I think that's what the problem with Jada and Fab is that more people are gonna know Jada more than Fab in a sense. You know, like the majority is gonna be like, well, that's Jada because he's on everything, he's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And he has one style. When you get to Fab and you get to those different those different sing
I think
song
50. Yeah, I know, and that's why I think 50 and T.I. I think T.I. and 50 will be a great one, and I definitely feel like it's gonna come down to the wire.
Yeah, that would be good.
Because like I said, you got tracks like "What Up Gangsta" and "Many Men," but then what about when Tip go to "Live Your Life"?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which was one of the biggest records.
And I think that was
at that time.
And I think that's like really
you know what I'm saying? What about when he goes? Yeah, but what about when he goes to a the joint with him and Justin Timberlake?
You know what?
I've been traveling on this road too long. It's like
the one he did with what's his name? The little fake Wayne nigga who came out. What the fuck is his name?
Who are you talking about? 50?
No, T.I. I think the song that he did with damn man, what's that dude's name, man?
T-Pain?
No.
Who?
When he first came out, it was like everybody was like comparing him to Lil Wayne. We still talking about him. I just don't know his fucking name. He has purple dreads. They
Lil
made that.
Uzi?
No, it wasn't Lil Uzi.
Oh, you talking about Young Thug?
Young Thug.
Young Thug. Oh yeah, you talking about what about when that joint comes on? Lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you gotta look at it. These are records that when they play these records, you know, a lot of everything else is gonna go out the window.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said, like, I feel like it's gonna come down to the wire because they both got records that it's like, all right, when that comes on, what do you play for that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if somebody does have a record to match up with what do you play for that, it would be somebody of a 50. You know, so I mean,
I didn't have a problem with the battle. Usually, I'll debate whether they need the battle.
And then and they were going for Jeezy for T.I. They were going for Gucci Man for T.I.
I don't think that would be fair.
When I really sat down and busted down career for career, because T.I. and 50 came in around the same time.
Pretty much, yeah.
And a lot of their albums released around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So they've always been in consistent little, numbers battles. So I think this will be perfect for them, man. And I think they got the ego to match each other.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to see 50 and Ja because you didn't want to see 50 just ride out on the nigga. You know what I mean? This one here, they both got big egos. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think this would be a very good matchup.
Yep. All right, so next up, I don't even know this gentleman per se. His name is Rhyme Fest.
Oh, yeah, I know who that is.
Okay. And he was born July 6, 1977.
Crazy shit is a lot of people that don't even know Rhyme Fest has a lot to do with Kanye.
Okay.
And that whole brand.
Says Chicago rapper.
Yeah, Chicago rapper.
That's what's up.
Not for nothing. Y'all want to know something else crazy? He was one of the main writers on Jesus Walks.
You know what?
Ha ha.
I think he did a YouTube series in which they read rhymes and they tell you who wrote this or whatever. Right?
He may have.
And I think he was up there and he talked about that.
He may have, yeah. But Rhyme Fest was one of the writers for Jesus Walks.
Yeah. I think he even said he was mad at Kanye for when he said, if I fuck this model, because he liked the song. Because, he had the whole church thing going in it. And But then the first verse Kanye says is, if I fuck this model.
That's the joint, that's
Liberated.
Yeah, that's the joint with him and who else is on that? Post Malone. They got a bunch of people on there doing background and all that shit.
I like that song, man. I like the original cut.
T-shirt.
Yeah. No,
I like the original cut of that shit because the first minute or so is just the church choir. Mm-hmm. That's what I really like the most and shit.
Yeah, I think that was
that should take me back to church days.
I think that was a Metro Boomin track.
I can't remember.
Yeah, because after the whole choir going on and all that, I remember.
You're right.
Little Metro, don't trust
they
you.
They cut that shit into two songs, matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the radio version, they cut it into two songs. On the album,
what was the name of it? I think it was called Father Raised My Hands.
Yep. That's exactly what it's called.
Yeah.
Moving on. Part of one of my favorite groups, probably one of my favorite rappers as well, Inspector Deck. He was born July 6th. Happy belated.
One part of the Wu-Tang Clan.
1970.
Mm-hmm.
Big hip hop.
He was old when the Wu-Tang came out.
Ain't they show about to come back on too?
I hope so, man. I missed that shit.
Yeah.
I forgot the plot already and shit.
Well, I know the last thing they did was they shot Homie.
Which one?
Remember they shot the nigga outside? It was him and D Nice.
Oh, big dude.
Yeah, they shot the big
They
dude
shot
outside.
big dude. Yeah, but after that, they record the album,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's where it ends.
Yeah.
Oh, big ups to this dude. Another July 6th birthday, Joel Ortiz, man.
Big shout out to Joel,
Was
man.
born July 6th, 1980. Happy belated.
Very underrated artist.
Facts.
Very, very underrated.
And not underrated, but maybe not as looked at as much as the other gentleman. But Big Boy released his debut solo album, Sir Luscious Left Foot.
Sir Lucius
son of
Left
Chico.
Foot. Yeah, Sir
Dusty.
Lucius Left Foot.
The son of Chico Dusty.
Yeah, I remember
July
that.
6,
AKAs with
2010.
Outkast.
Huh?
The AKA names with Outkast is
I know.
Yeah.
They are real Southern freaking like those people
Daddy
that they
Fat
come up
Sacks.
with all the names. Like you son of a goddamn turkey under a bridge.
Old jigaboo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, they definitely embalm that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as I scroll down, we went over this last week. RZA was born July 5th. Happy belated.
Mm-hmm.
And man, that's it for today in hip hop, man. History
sir.
for the week. Until next week, my friends.
Definitely. And y'all already know next week we'll be right back at
Stay
y'all with more
informed.
hip-hop facts.
Hip hop facts and all that good shit.
You already.
So before we head out of here, man, we just want to give big shout outs to everybody who's tuned in.
Yes,
All
sir.
the artists who send in music, keep sending it to us. As we progress forward with this show, we're going to start gearing Artist Appreciation Day to an individual artist. So we kind of want to highlight you. So the more that you kind of get involved with us, the more that we can pick votes and get you highlighted and have more people involved, like more viewers involved. They can vote and stuff like that. During the week, I'll start putting up voting lists and shit like that, so that when we come to Appreciation Week, we can highlight that specific artist. I think that would be pretty cool, man.
Yeah, that would be pretty dope. Plus,
Yeah.
it's a cool way of giving the artists their flowers while they can smoke. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. I didn't even think of that, but yeah.
Also,
man, shout out to Ayers Printing like always.
big shout out to the
I'm
family.
probably
over
gonna
there.
be reaching out to you again soon, brother. Shout out to Craves Dessert or iCravesDessert.net, where you can go and get the most delicious, custom-made cookies for any occasion in which you can think of.
Yes.
You celebrating, you got a boil removed, she can make you cookies.
I don't know if you want it to look like a boil, but whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, whatever. It's there. It could be done. I gave her like a bucket of 100 cookie cutters once, and I know she has thousands more. So
Yeah, it's a lot more where that came from.
yeah, so you could make whatever you like.
That's what's up.
Also, man, shout out to Ray. For tuning in earlier. We had talked once, and he's not making his way back in here, but we've been in discussion with some other things that we want to start working towards.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to him for tuning in today.
Big shout out to Ray, man.
Also, I'm always shout out to people in the room. It's Big Ooze and what's his name? Cypher. And Cypher over there, man, holding it down. Not only as the engineer for MELLO-ROOM at the time, but also holding it down for the main engineer of Studio 1025. And you can go to studio1025.com if you'd like to book some time with your man Cypher, who is well-roundedly educated in this and can make your music sound gorgeous if you're willing to pay the price.
Get with him, y'all. Get with him.
But
know
yeah,
what
you can reach us on all platforms. You can reach us here at MELLO-ROOM. Message me here at MELLO-ROOM. Or you can message us on studio1025.com or the Coalition or the Studio 1025 Facebook page. And we'll get back to you ASAP, Rocky.
Indeed.
You got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
I mean, you already know.
I should say this because she's in the room. I'll probably hear about it later. And my wife has joined us today here in the studio and has been holding it down as a loyal fan from the beginning.
Indeed.
So I'll give her a shout out too.
big shout.
Big shout out. I know y'all see me look over, so now I know where she's at.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up? Y'all been seeing Mike was peeking over there the whole time, too. But yeah, man. Also, y'all already know, man. Shout out to everybody that fucks with me, how I fucks with y'all. You know, love is always love on this side. You know, big shout out to my people back home doing their thing. You know, I definitely don't want y'all to feel like nobody's seeing y'all. I forgot about y'all. I haven't in no way, shape, or form. Start sending in some of that music, man. I need to start getting the world in tune with y'all. Also, big shout out to all the artists here that are grinding and doing their thing. I know we spoke about the T.I. and whatchamacallit battle. Mega's actually doing a artist versus battles of T.I. and 50
Yeah,
Cent.
when they're playing their music.
Yeah, him and a partner of his. You know what I mean?
Those
So
ads pop up.
yeah, if you can check it out, I'm gonna definitely tune
I've
in and
actually
try and
seen
check
a
it out.
couple other people do this though.
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely tune in and check it out too. You know, it's gonna be interesting for me to see what records they play, as opposed to what records the artist would choose.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely big shout out to them, man. Anybody who's just putting some type of creative expression forward, man, and just trying to push the envelope with this, man. Big shout out to you guys, man. Like we said, Airs Printing, who's family to us, shout out to you guys. Crazy Desserts,
J-Note.
shout out to you guys. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other companies out there that are up and coming and on the rise. Usave, you know what I mean? I already know my man got the private location, the private disclosed barber situation coming up. You know what I mean? So once he does set that up and he gives me more info, I'll be more than happy to put that out there for the people. You know what I'm saying? So in the meantime, y'all already know, man, stay healthy, stay wealthy. You dig?
Hell yeah.
It is what it is.
Cypher.
Yes, sir.
You got anything you want to tell the people?
Just want to tell everybody to stay safe out there, you know. Wear your mask if you got them.
Indeed, mine in my pocket.
Keep your 6 feet distance away.
Mm-hmm. You already know, man.
Big shout out to everybody that's, working hard to build something right now. You know, there's a lot of young entrepreneurs out there that's getting ready to take this new wave into the new year.
Yeah, man.
We halfway through 2020. So
yeah, man.
That's a whole fact,
we're
brother.
gonna keep holding it down, you know.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna see niggas with the futuristic business plans coming to life.
Facts, yeah. I mean, we going into a life where now there's gonna be a lot of technology involved. So,
so y'all already know, man. But like I
that's
said,
it
man.
For you?
Yeah, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it.
Oh,
you know how we usually do. We're gonna stay busy, man. And,
yeah,
shout out to
definitely.
everybody.
Yo, like usual, man. Shout out to everybody who's been. Thanks for tuning in. Before we get out of here, we're gonna play a song. We're gonna play a song by Farazarati. Because he's reached out and sent us some music recently, so I want to make sure he gets his spins.
He on his grind again.
Yeah, so if we can load up one of those new Farazarati joints.
Big shout out to him, man. And every time, man, like we always tell y'all, man, love is love, man. We appreciate the love for all of you, those that tuned in. Like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. Treat it like a blunt, send it around. Make sure it come back to me, please.
Yes, sir. Keep the cipher moving.
Trying to see if we want
He's
to go
trying
with
to
the
see.
rap.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
doing
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
studying
Also, man, Wednesdays, go check out the
Beast.
No,
the
it's
Geek
not the
and the
Beast.
Beast.
The Geek and the Beast.
Make sure y'all
on
check
Facebook
that out.
Live. I think it's Wednesdays at
It's
7.
A very funny combination. Somebody actually hit me up and was like, "Yo, y'all got something to do with that?" Because they seen the Mellow-ROOM and all that.
No, we sponsors,
this
baby.
This
is what we do, man.
We support each other.
This is what we're trying to teach y'all in this Central Florida area, man. We cannot be prosperous on our own. We have tried this for many years. You guys failed. So now it's my turn. So what I'm doing is we're promoting other people.
Baby.
And we're going to do it for free because this is not what it's about. It's about blessing the people we're around so that we can build something here. And when we build something here, then we can take it out of here. But let's start here first.
Cross promotion. But and like I was saying with them too, somebody actually hit me up and was asking me that because they was like, "Yo, they kind of put me in the mind of the other joint you had with the 2 Spanish cats." They was talking about El Barrio.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But big shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they are doing their thing. And also, like we just said, it's just new. It's up and starting. I believe they're on their 3rd episode this week. So please do check them out, man. Get in tune with them. It's a ton of fun, good laughs, good energy from 2 good people.
And make sure you get Rosetta Stone so you can learn Spanish. 'Cause I can't speak Spanish, and I want to know what the other niggas saying. Goddamn.
Yeah. Nah, I mean the dope thing about them, man, is they really give a dope dynamic. You know?
Yeah, they do. They give a good dynamic, and they touch a bigger crowd than us with that because of the Spanish part.
That and just gaming and it's a lot of things.
Gaming. I like their little videos they've been making too for the intro,
super dope.
Stuff like that.
Super dope, man. So definitely shout out to you, brother. Keep doing your thing as always, man. It's love.
We're gonna play for Maserati. What is it?
The Racks.
The Racks. And we out of here, man.
Is Racks one of the new joints?
Yeah.
Is it?
All right.
Wait, is it? The Racks?
We got Racks. We got Cash in the Bank.
That's one of the new ones. So then Racks should be one of the new ones.
Yeah, I believe Racks is the new one.
Yeah.
We played Cash in the Bank, I think, last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so again, man, thank you guys. Mellow Room, Sunday Fun Day.
Big shout out to
Maserati,
man. Y'all already know love is love, man. Don't be scared to show it.
Peace.
Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Run up your racks, get you some money, make sure that this paper you stack. Moving the pack, smoking that killer, that chronic and stay in my sack. No looking back, watching for haters and robbers that's ready to jack. I'm chasing this cake, after this money, it feel like I'm running the track. Run up your racks, get you some money, make sure that this paper you stack. Moving the pack, smoking that killer, that chronic and stay in my sack. No looking back, watching for haters and robbers that's ready to jack. I'm chasing this cake, after this money, it feel like I'm running the track. Running in packs, my niggas is wolves, and they don't know how to act. I cannot wait for no thotty, I know she a hoe, so I call her Renette. I hit from the back, she calling my name every time I'm in a cat. Run up some racks, might hit the mall, drop me 1,000 in sacks. Stating the facts, flipping this beat, check out the way that I'm at. I like my bitches with ass, I like my money in sacks. I'm steady puffing this gas, I'm mixing weed with the wax. If I don't know you, my nigga, then you getting hit with the tax. Run up your racks, get you some money, make sure that this paper you stack. Moving the pack, smoking that killer, that chronic and stay in my sack. No looking back, watching for haters and robbers that's ready to jack. I'm chasing this cake, after this money, it feel like I'm running the track. Run up your racks, get you some money, make sure that this paper you stack. Moving the pack, smoking that killer, that chronic and stay in my sack. No looking back, watching for haters and robbers that's ready to jack. I'm chasing this cake, after this money, it feel like I'm running the track. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. I'm focused on running my numbers up. We number one, we ain't no runners up. I drop in, I'm fucking the summer up. Lil' mama, you tryna have fun or what? I'm making moves now, I'm making moves now. Lil' baby, I'm too high, I cannot cool down. Look at the chain now, look at the jewels now. Look at the cars now, look at the shoes now. I'm focused on running my numbers up. We number one, we ain't no runners up. I drop in, I'm fucking the summer up. Lil' mama, you tryna have fun or what? I'm making moves now, I'm making moves now. Lil' baby, I'm too high, I cannot cool down. Look at the chain now, look at the jewels now. Look at the cars now, look at the shoes now. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. We just running our racks up, trying to stay motivated, and I know you hate it. Why you are the hustlers perpetrated? Cause we get money associated. We made it. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Thumbing through a check, I ran my racks up again. Salmon. Good looking out, Salmon.
Peace, motherfuckers.